Okay, gotta get rid of the glare. Hi guys, give me just a minute to do the settings here. Y'all know you have to do it after you go live. Let's see. How's that looking? Looks like it's a little, needs more focus. Okay. All right, let me do a test in the chat. All righty. How's that looking? So look, oh, it's a little crooked. We're a little crooked here, people. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Can you hear me okay? Stop jiggling. Stop jiggling. There we go. Hi, everybody. Hey, Sketch. Hey, Terry's here. Hey, Terry. Hope you had a great birthday weekend. Where's our Terry sound? See if I got the volume up on my phone. Good morning. Loud and clear. Okay, I did turn the levels down, so it should be okay. Let me plug my phone in over here. All right. Get my fan going on me. So without it blowing on the camera cord. So, hey, Terry, Picola, Essie, Stars, Kenny, Gracie, Leonie, Kat, Barb W. Hey, Janet, Jill, Scoops. I sent you out something, Scoops. I sent you a little something. Natalie, Gracie. Yeah, and I worked on my art cards. I got about 14 or 15 completely done, varnished, signed, everything done. So I'm going to start sending out this week. I'm going to finish up the other 30 or so. And so I'm going to start sending out everybody that's done Super Chat or PayPal tip jar. So, but I'm missing a lot of people's addresses. When you Super Chat or tip jar, it doesn't give me your address. Sometimes it gives me an email in the tip jar so I can email you and tell you thank you. And if you'd like an art card, to email me. So, yeah, if you'd like one of my art cards, if you Super Chat or tip jarred me, then let me know and I will send you out some art cards. So let me just show you the ones I got so far. So these are the ones that I got done so far. And yeah, so I just want to send a little thank you to you guys. Just tell you thank you. Thanks, Janet. Yeah. And I still have, I'm still working on I think this is about 14 or 15. And then I have another stack that is still in and they're in different stages. Thanks, Natalie. So I do need you guys to either you have to either email me your address if you want. You don't have to have one. And again, I don't give your addresses out to anybody. I don't send them out. I don't put you on an email list. I don't do anything like that. And then the other one that I had last week, Lynn J. I don't know her last name, and she's probably not here, but Lynn J., if you watch this, you guessed The Young and the Restless last week, and I don't have your address. So I gave you my email to email me, but if you want an art card, I need your address. So I think that's all the updates. The only other thing I want to say at the beginning is good morning. If you are fuzzy while watching this, you need to go to your little wheel, go to your little settings and up it to HD, either 720 or 1080p, because sometimes YouTube will default you back to 144 and it's going to be fuzzy. So go in there and adjust your settings. And if you start getting buffering, then you want to probably lower it down to 720 HD. So, hey, Darla, Louise, I know I'm missing a lot of people coming in. Don't forget, if you're talking to me, to put it in caps so that I know you're talking to me. Hey, DJ. Oh, that's a cute name, DJ with JAI. I think that's how you want it said. Oh, good, good. Darla, Gracie, Christy, Kenny, CBC, Heather. I'm sure I'm missing some people. So I did get a couple things in. I told y'all last week I was waiting on a couple Amazon things, and I want to show them. And I got another stack. Clutch your pearls, Janet. I'm going to show books. Let me get I got to get my voice going here. So I'm going to show some watercolor. Now, I have a lot of older watercolor books, like watercolor flowers, a lot of botanical, how to draw and watercolor botanicals. I didn't pull those out today. I just pulled out some simplified, easy drawing books and things like that. And hey, Julie Topaz, marvelous Monday. Marvelous. And so, oh, that's cute. Kenny gave Julie a little rose. That's so cute. So, anyway, so I'm going to show some of the other drawing and books. And maybe I did cut a bunch of cardstock down to art card size. And I started doing some little swatch things here based on Janet and Paula, little watercolor sketch things to do swatches on. I don't know. We'll see. So I might just draw on these, or I might get out a sketchbook. I don't know. We'll see what I want to draw on, or just maybe some pieces of cardstock. Hi, Eileen. How you doing? Hey, Anna or Ann, Natalie. I know I'm probably missing some people. Sharon. So again, guys, thank you so much for the super chat and for the PayPal tip jar. I really appreciate that. So just wanted to say thank you with some little cards. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. We'll get crack-a-lackin'. Oh, wait, where's my phone? Oh, I plugged it in. Hang on. Hang on. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. Wait a minute. All right. So we'll get crack-a-lackin'. Hey, Connie. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. I know Sammy had her color along. I watched some on Saturday. I didn't watch any. I don't think I watched maybe a couple minutes yesterday, but I was busy. And you got your book in the mail? Which one, Connie? I know you had a couple things going. Which book came in the mail? And Kim, Cynthia, thanks everybody for being here. The color along was great. Yeah, I went to some on Saturday. So if you follow Color and Chat with Sammy, you can probably follow a trail through all the recorded chats if you want to watch coloring streams. Hey, Painty Girl. Hey, Louise. The journal from the drawing. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay. I thought you meant you ordered something. Okay. Oh, good, Connie. Good. All right. So I did get me some more softy covers for the tools, for the pan pastel tools. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty on hand. So is there like a double roll? Yeah. So there's like 10, 10, 10, and 10. So, and they're like $6, 5 and change or something like that. So I wanted to have them on hand because when you don't want your tools to fail during your arting. Okay. Anne has a schedule posted. Okay. And so, yeah, so they're all out there, guys. If you follow, one or the other, you can find all of them. So, okay. So then the other things that I got, this one I already had purchased a couple weeks ago, 3 maybe, and we were going to do some stuff, and I did a quick flip through it, but we haven't really done anything in it. I think I need to prop up my thing here so I don't have a glare. We'll see. But these are the 2 I got. Now, remember I said I thought that striped pears and polka dots was going to be a small book like my collage one. Remember, I got this one not too long ago, and I said, oh, I didn't know it was going to be that small. So when I ordered this one, I said, I bet it's going to be small like my collage one, and it's even smaller. But that's fine. It's still I still like it. So yeah, so we're going to look at these. The book is supposed to, oh, no, that book's supposed to come in. You should be getting, Connie. Connie's got me Abandoned Civilizations, Carrie and Connolly's new abandoned book. I've tried like 3 different times, and every time I've gone on Amazon, it was sold out. Or like, I say sold out, out of print. And so one day last week when we were here, Connie went over there and snagged a copy when it was, is it now back out of print again? So yeah, so I'm real excited to get it. Now I'll have 6 abandoned books to work in. I might have to do another page for Kieran out of that one. He seemed to like the one that I sent him to the UK. And so maybe we might have to do a new one, a new Civilizations one for Kieran. So did you get the soft tool replacements? Yes, I got them from Amazon, Janet. Did you see it? Did you look away? Yeah. Yeah. I think they're like $5.95. I don't know. Yeah. Now, sometimes they'll have another seller through Amazon, but these did actually come with my books. So it came soft covers mixed pack. Yeah. Let me see what it's called exactly. Does it have a number? Of course, it has the barcode, but here, Janet. Oh, now that's not going to show up. Yeah, it's got 10 of each. There's 2. There's a double row. See, so there's 2 rows on each one. So yeah. Yeah. Hi, Faithful. Hi, Sharon. Anybody else popping in? So yeah, I got those. And then, so let me show you these books that I got. Now, Zandra, and I still have to go catch up on her stream. Looked like she got a bunch of goodies over the weekend. Did y'all go watch Xandra last night? When looked like she got a bunch of goodies. I bet Eileen was there. She had Eileen. Janet has some hand pastels. We're trying to get her to get the whole collection. We're working on it, Eileen. We can do it, Eileen. We can do it. So anyway, I just saw pictures and tweets and IG and stuff like that from Xandra of the stuff that she had. So I'm looking forward to. I try my best. It doesn't always happen, but I try my best. I read at night. Hubster and I, we go to bed kind of early and just read. And Sundays I try to also have a reading day. So it doesn't always work out that way, if we have family things and stuff, but I try not to. I just try to, have kind of a break. So, question, hi Dee, my first live show. Do you know if I can get these watercolor books in UK? I don't know, Gracie. You'll have to look on Amazon UK. That's where I got mine on Amazon. You could have to look on Amazon UK. So I don't check on Amazon UK to see what's available. I'm going to have to go get me some cold juice, guys, because this coffee is not making my voice go. So, okay. So what I was bringing up, Xandra, that's the first place I saw this book. Xandra had this book, and I guess she got it from Amazon as well. And so it was just looked like it would be fun to do some little doodles or drawings from it. Now I've flipped through them. I have not looked at them. I haven't read them or anything like that. So, but I will do a flip here for you guys. So I'll just talk and flip so you can look at it. Am I close enough? Do I need to zoom in one more? I don't want to get too fuzzed up here. So everyone's telling me not to watch it. You mean not to watch Zandra's show? I'm sure. I am sure Zandra got tons. Zandra, but Zandra has a store. If someone wants to put in her link to her shop, she sells a lot of stuff. Now, I don't, like I said, I didn't watch it. So I don't know what she was showing, how much she has in her store. See, it's starting to get fuzzy there. That looks pretty good. If it has mermaids and well, this has shells and undersea type things. So what she does, her name is Yelina James. She breaks out her designs. Am I talking loud, guys? I always think I'm talking really loud. I probably am, but I did turn down my levels, so hopefully, so that she breaks it out into 4 different components: the star, the branch, the spiral, and the fan. So everything that she drew nature-wise is based on the star, the branch, the spiral, and the fan, and then they're all broke out. So it's eye candy for one. We love our eye candy. You like shells and anything beachy, Cynthia? Yeah. Hey, Kim. And hi, Karen, too, in case I miss saying hi to you. So remember, guys, put it in caps if you're talking to me, and I'll try to, and I still might miss it. I go back and try to scroll through the chat. And I see that I do miss people coming and going. I can't just read just the chat. I do have to be reading here and arting. We do have to have some projects. Hey, Jean, the other project on y'all, let me know. Here, let me do a little rabbit trail real quick. I'm thinking about doing another 3-ring binder project. I know I can barely, I don't keep up with all my other 3-ring binders, but it's just like, it's another idea one. I was looking at all my papers, all my scrapbook paper, pattern papers and all that. And I'm thinking, I am not using it. I literally, guys, have 3 of those. I can't even get my whole hand in here how big those 3 foot long, they're about 2.5 feet long tubs of paper. Now, a few years ago, maybe I think it was before I was uploading to YouTube. So it's not going to be on YouTube, I don't think. So it had to be at least 4 years ago. So another binder. I know, Terry, but listen, wait for it. So that was about 4 years ago. I pulled out my tubs of paper. I sat on the floor. This would have to be a face-to-face. So I don't know if you would see the papers very well because I don't know. We'll have to work it out. Because if you want to see all the papers and me sorting, and I don't know, that may be too repetitive. I might have to sort and then do it. But anyway, I thought about using, going back and you're listening, using those papers, and I don't want to call it a junk journal because I don't want it to be junky. I want it to be useful. So if we use the papers, I would really like to do a 12 by 12 binder, but that's not easily and cheaply available to everybody. So I'm just thinking a regular 3-ring binder would probably be the best so that we can do, and you could probably just use one of the other idea collecting binders that we have. Where's Mary? Don't let Mary hear this because she don't. Mary is overwhelmed with projects already, I think. So anyway, I'm just teasing Mary if you watch this. So using those papers, because a lot of them are white on the back, right? And even if it had a logo or a name or something on the back, I can ignore that if I'm using that as a writing surface, a writing paper. But to use the papers, those sides that are patterned. Wait, let me see if I can just grab them here. Let me just get these out. Oh, well, I saw a paintbrush under there. The cat must have got it. Hang on. I'm under the table. Just a minute. So, you know, like these papers like this, some of them I've already broke down and used on other projects. But now these are double-sided, but some are not double-sided. Let's see about these. Okay, here's a good example. These are not double-sided. I got this one at Tuesday morning a couple months ago, I guess, for $4.99. You know, these are regularly $19. So, hi Joyce, you're making your own coloring book and putting pattern paper. Okay. What are you going to color? You mean, how do you mean you're making your color book? So, yeah, kind of like our napkin journal, Joyce, where we've used color book pages in a napkin journal. I'm not sure. I missed your stream. So they're on the back. All right, here, let's do this for an example. Take this one out. Well, we could take a pattern one out too. Look at this star chart. Oh, I gotta love that one. All right. So anyway, see these 12 by 12. This is 12 by 12. Let me adjust the lighting again. These are the ones that are like, this is why I don't want to cut up like these kind, right? Because they're just so cool, you know, summer, winter, spring, here like this. But anyway, and we'll take it and you can cut it down to whatever size. You can either use your 12 by 12 or you can use an 8.5 by 11 and cut this down. Now, some papers are thicker. If you're using the really thin scrapbook paper, you're probably going to want to washi tape the edges where you punch your holes because you know, it'll easily tear. Or if you punch the holes on the thinner paper, use the little rings, the little reinforcer rings to make sure. And then, so then this side you can write on. Okay. And this side you can, and what my plan is to do my quotes, like my brush lettering. So if we do brush lettering quotes or practice our brush lettering with little quotes and then cut those out. Let's just say this is one with a quote on it. Okay. And then you can put your quotes on it, right? So you can have the pattern paper in the background and your quotes, you know, because we got this book here a couple months ago. And look, I want to write these down. I mean, I write them down in my idea notebooks and in my traveler's books and my, you know, here's one of my, I got 2 traveler's notebooks. I don't laugh at my travelers. This one, and then this one is the sketch one. It's not as bulky. And so I want to do more. I want to get back to our brush lettering. Hi, Lisa. I want to get back to our brush lettering with our quotes, right? So I have that pulled out. So I do that. Now, if you remember a few years ago, this was way before we started uploading to YouTube. Move this. I can't even tell you how many years ago we did this. This was a binder, and it's I think it's 3-inch binder that I cut down. I cut it down. I cut the binder down, and these are 6 by 12 now. So these are all scrapbook things, and it's kind of like a junk journal that I made out of scrapbook paper by just cutting them in half. And then collaging, painting, journaling, and stuff on top of the scrapbook paper, right? And then it goes both ways. You can have the writing on some have, you know, just different projects on the backs, but then some have white paper on the back. Hi, Teresa. White paper on the back to journal on, right? So we did this one a few years ago. And so something similar to this, except I personally am thinking more about wanting to use it for my quotes because I want to do more brush lettering. Now, I won't pull out the brush lettering books right now. We're already on 2 rabbit trails. We got to find our way back. So anyway, I'll just flip through this particular one. It was a long time ago, wasn't it? We did that one. It had to be probably 6 or 7 years ago. So, yeah. See, look how cute. I'm flipping sideways, but you get the idea. Look at the butterflies. So, with it being white on one side, you could write and journal. If you're now I take notes in Travelers for when I'm reading. If I don't annotate the book itself, then I'm writing in a Traveler's notebook rather than like big binders or anything. But you could always do the quotes, brush lettering, and then that's what I plan on doing, and then cutting them out and gluing them into this book. So yeah, so that's kind of one of the plans that I have for a big notebook. And I said all that to say, because I want to pull those my big bins of paper out. Oh, I found my fractal calendar. I've been looking for my fractal calendar. Oh, okay. So let me put that over here. And making that. So does that something that interests y'all? Oh, that's okay. I don't care about the exact date. I don't care. Nah, it doesn't matter to me what exact date it was. Okay, so, all right, back under there. All right, so I wanted to do, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. Like if I want to do a face-to-face where I'm sitting in the chair with the bins in front of me, sorting, and then putting it together, because I have to do a lot of sorting. Or should I just go ahead and sort it without being on camera, and then putting together the book, putting together the book after. So it gets light again when I move the dark paper. Okay, not going to say anything. I'm just going to adjust as needed. Okay, so let's continue in. You're making a junk journal, and this reminds me of that. Yeah, well, we've made tons of junk journals, but I don't really, and I love junk journals. Don't get me wrong. I love me some junk journals, but I don't really want this to be a junk journal where it's just any paper. I want it to be usable. Well, not that all junk journals aren't usable, but I don't want anything bulky. I don't want anything dimensional. Like some of our projects and other 3-ring binders, they're dimensional. They're puff, it's hard to write. If you've got 3-dimensional items in your book, regardless of what kind of book it is, it's going to be hard to write in it, because 2 pages over, that's going to be lumpy. So you're always having to put some plastic behind everything to write on it. But I want this just to be just papers, even though we're cutting and gluing flat paper into the journal with your quotes, because I want to get back to our brush lettering. Y'all know I got all those new brush lettering books, and I used to be a calligrapher. I mean, I'd say used to. I mean, I still do some calligraphy, but not like I used to. But brush lettering is another skill set beyond just the calligraphy. They both have their own learning curve. I found the idea of using on scrapbook paper. Yes, I know. I have, because I'm not, and not that I don't do, I'll do a 12 by 12 every now and then to hang on the wall. And I did just, I sent about 50 pictures over to my printer of the kids and the cats and stuff like that. You could sort and record, but not live, and just upload the video. Well, that's kind of the same thing. I don't know what the difference would be. I would be nice to hear your thought process as I sort. Oh, you know what? Hey, and Rick, I forget what your real, it's not Linda. What's your name, Rick? It's Mr. and Mrs. I'm gonna have to go get some juice, guys. Hey, Becky. I'm sure I'm missing some more people. Linda. Okay, I was right. Linda. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. And hello, Norma. And some of you I recognize. Hey, Limo. Some of y'all have done the if their email was on the PayPal tip jar, I did email you and ask for your address if you wanted an art card. Super Chat shows no it doesn't even give me an email. So if y'all want an art card and you super chatted or PayPal tip jarred me, I've been working on all our cards here to send you guys. So let me know. Hope I can stay with you all the end, but no sleep. Oh, well, hey, Cynthia, you just do what Jean does. Jean naps in my show. If she stays up all night or has traveled and she's tired, she just sleeps in my show. And she's a mod. Hey, Lynn. So feel free, Cynthia. Feel free to nap. Okay, Louise, I'll look after the show. Yeah. Here's my email for you guys. And I keep this one for you guys. I have another one for other purposes, but I like one just as dedicated to you guys. So Jean's laughing. Okay, so this one first starts. Oh, let me go run get some juice. Where's Andy? Here, Andy. I'll be right back. Let me get some juice, guys. Okay. Today my exercise is running up and down those stairs. All right. And herding cats. You're still here. You're not sleeping and coloring. Okay. Good to have you, Sketch. Remember, guys, put it in caps if you're talking to me. Okay. Catch my breath now. I literally ran downstairs, got the juice, ran back upstairs. Okay. Poor. He's a finger puppet. He's just a finger puppet, guys. I just like to put him here. If I step away, then you all know that. And where's my other one here? My little caution. Here we go. Look at that. There we go. That's what we need to do. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the design element and principle, she talks about line, shape, texture, space, value, color, and size, principles of design, pattern, contrast, emphasis, balance, scale, harmony or unity, rhythm or movement. So she goes to a little bit of design principles. Hey, Susan. And then a little paragraph on each one, principles of design, a little statement on each one. And then she gets into the 4 shapes, the star, the branch, the spiral, and the fan. Hey, Purdy cat. Hey, Purdy. How you doing, Purdy? So, and then there's a chapter on each one. But look at the eye candy, guys. Look at that. I mean, we could just take a moment, right? And then, so it's got all these little design shapes and elements and the different, it looks like they got the Latin names for each. So, yeah, thanks. I know, isn't it pretty, Terry? And so these are the kind of things you can practice drawing. Snowflakes. These look kind of fractally. Well, they could be anyway. They all kind of could be. Then, like, here's an exercise: drawing star-shaped creatures. Complete this underwater scene by adding more star-shaped creatures. Think about the contrast in shapes and colors. Some can be more detailed than others to create variety. So she gives you little places. Now, y'all know I'm the kind of person that I'm not gonna do the projects like in the book. I'll do them off the book in a binder. I'll do them in a binder. Thanks, Terry, putting the link there. But that she has little exercises for you. But look at this. Look, we could play with these. We could do 1 or 2 of these. Look at that. So I'm not sure. I don't think she gave a list of supplies. I'm not sure what she's using here. She's using I know some of this is watercolor, but I don't know if she's doing watercolor on all of them. It doesn't really matter. You could do a watercolor base and pencil detail. I know they're such good designs, aren't they, Eileen? So I thought it would be fun to play with a couple, and that's why I cut a bunch of cardstock down, 110 bright white cardstock, and cut that down to draw on, and maybe just do a few little drawings. I mean, I could do them in the sketchbooks or just big sheets of paper, but I thought they might be kind of fun to do. I think it's less intimidating if you're not used to drawing all the time. Although I still would recommend drawing on big sheets of paper. I'd recommend drawing these plate size. I'd recommend drawing them huge because you just can get so much more out of it if you draw something big. Sometimes I get out of chat and get coffee, and it's hard to get back into chat. What do you mean, Katrina? Why do you leave chat to go get coffee? I'm not understanding. Why you get off? You log off? Well, what do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. You get off a chat to go get coffee. And again, guys, make sure your settings, if you're fuzzy, turn it up to HD because it can default down to 144 or whatever. And so make sure your settings are in HD. And if it's buffering, then you might have your settings too high for your system, and you might need to turn it down to 720. How are the phone cases? Oh, they're coming along, Karen. They're coming along. Once this window is open, it doesn't close till I'm done. Yeah, same for me, Terry. So I don't know. Hey, CL. Oh, so now then here's the branch. Why do you log off to go get coffee, CL? I mean, Katrina. Sorry, CL. You're right under Katrina. Yeah, it's not good. Just leave it open. Louise, it's a star branch spiral fan. Learn to draw from nature's perfect design structures by Yelina James. So these are the different branches using corals. Just means that she leaves and comes back. And it's hard to catch up. Oh, well, okay. Well, I thought she said she logged off. I'm drinking my cold juice here. I've ordered the Danielle Donaldson book. Yeah, this one here. This one. We'll look through it again. I mean, I did show a flip of it, but I'm going to flip it. I'll flip it again. I've got about an hour's worth of book talk. We're going to book chat for a while. Some books that y'all have seen before, and look how that did the water thing there. And but this one's new and this one's new. And then this one's a couple, maybe 3 weeks ago or something like that. I can't see this morning. Oh, Kim. So look at this. Just look at the color palette. Look at all the little lines. Look, get your gel pens out, people. And I don't love gel pens. I'd rather use markers and stuff like, maybe do, let me get a pink one here. Like do some watercolor, a watercolor fan thing here and then line it, with a marker. Could probably do that with a fine line Sharpie. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to break out Copics. You can, but oh, Star, thank you so much. Thank you, Star. You're so sweet. Thanks for your support and being here. Thank you, guys. So awesome. I'll be sending you an art card, Star. Now, make sure you email me your address, okay? So and some of y'all, I probably have your addresses, but I'd rather you send me a fresh address because some of y'all have moved and I didn't, I don't have your new addresses. I know. Isn't it the prettiest doodling? I know, right, Faith? Look at that. I'll just hold it there for a minute so y'all can kind of see. Can't get too close there, but there we go. So look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, without me, you wouldn't be arting, Star? Oh, What a nice thing to say. Thank you, Star. You have to put this on your list, Noodle. I know. It's really cool book. So that's the branch here. I'll show y'all another close-up here. See, look at that. It's kind of like a doodle, Zentangle, painty, markery, all in one. My new address is lost. My sanity bill. I hope your address, I sent you out something, Galena. I hope your address has not changed because I didn't know it. So, yeah. Isn't it, Louise? Isn't it awesome? Hi, Pamela. So, I don't really want to zoom in anymore because I don't want it to flash out anymore. So, but look at that. Make great backgrounds in the pop manga book. Yeah, it'd be great backgrounds in anything, wouldn't it? Here's some leaf shapes. So, you could just take, the shapes just, and like these looks like she just watercolored these down. Using color pens, add veins to these leaves. Okay, so this is like a little assignment. So she did these little watercolor. You're supposed to add your own veins with colored pens. She said, Yeah, I know. I think she just did it with watercolor, so there's no edges. There's no, like, she would have just penciled it and watercolored it, and then did the details. See, like these little shapes here. See, she probably just penciled them in and then watercolored them. My sugar. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim. Take care. Don't want anybody passing out during the show. Let's see if I can get, there we go. See, look at all the detail. So we're going to try a couple. We're going to do some watercolor, and then I might try maybe a marker, pen, and you can shade with pencil, shade with color pencil. Just kind of just like we do in our color books, a wash of watercolor, watered down acrylic paint, our Neo Color 2, whatever, it's just a wash or just our plain watercolors. And then you go in and add detail on top. And, I'm going to do some on little cards here and just use pencil. Normally when I draw with my graph gear, my blue lead graph gear, but this really doesn't show up on camera. So when I'm sketching here on camera, I at least use just a lead, just a regular pencil, so it shows up a little. But when I'm drawing by myself, I use this. I use my blue lead graph gear. I mean, I have we have the pencils in every color of lead. But but I have, I want it to show up on camera, right? So now we're into the spirals, and she shows you a few different spirals here. And then, adding, like, here's an example. So here's like a fern center. And then you can add your own, like, even if you Zentangle, you get this, right? You have this book. It's awesome. Yeah, Colleen. Have you worked in it, Colleen? All right, here's the thing, Colleen. Have you worked in it? Calling you out. Calling you out, Colleen. Yeah, it does remind a lot of Zentangle, Janet. You would see, Janet, you need this book, Janet. You might as well just put it in your Amazon right now because you're going to buy it, Janet. You're just looking at it, Colleen. Well, you have been moving, so if you bought it recently, then it's okay, Colleen. We'll give you a pass. Oh my gosh. But and also, guys, remember, when you're trying these out, don't feel like, oh, it doesn't look exactly like her, so it's not good, it's not right, it didn't turn out. Don't have that attitude. Don't have that attitude with me, Missy. Go in there and just, you can make it your own. You could do this in purple. You could, do this with checkers. Do this with a checkerboard instead of stripe. Don't, you know, you don't have to have it copied exactly for it to be a success in your practice, right? So, but isn't it cool though? I love it. I love the book. Well, I loved it when I saw it on Xander's show, but I just didn't get it right away because there's always something ahead of the and y'all might not buy it right now, but put it in your to be later. Put it in your cart and then put it in the to be later or whatever it's called. Oh. Yeah. Yo, you like the artichokes, Lisa? But then the pineapple, and I've drawn lots and lots of pine cones, and they really are a practice in negative space. They're real. Save it for later. This is a great practice for negative space. It's like sewing. This book gives me patterns, but we can use our own fabric. There you go, Picola. Yeah. I know. I like the shells and the corals too, Eileen. So, yeah. I have to remember y'all are backwards to me. I'm still wanting to get ManyCam. Jean's got I got her PDF printed out and everything. I just haven't done it yet. Gonna have to get me, but it doesn't really bother me to see it in reverse. I just have to remember when I'm holding it up to camera to go the right way, or look at the screen to know which way to move things. But it doesn't really bother me to look at it in reverse. I know that sounds funny, but it just doesn't bother me. What, Jean? What, Jean? What, Jean? And by the way, Jean, I enjoyed seeing your pictures from your weekend. Those were fun. And oh man, I'm gonna have to. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? All right, I want y'all to see something. Terry took the most. I mean, seriously, I don't think I've ever seen prettier flower pictures than hers. Now let's see if I can find them. Let me go to her Twitter. It's probably the easiest. Terry. Let's see her media. Let me turn my light down on my phone so it doesn't bright out. All right. And she did all kinds of pictures, but I want to show y'all her flower pictures. Oh my gosh, these are Terry's photographs. Look at this one with the bee. Look at those pictures. I know, right? Stunning. Look, stunning florals. I literally don't think I've ever seen anything as pretty as your flower photographs, Terry. Look at them. Her face. And there's another one with the bee. Look at that. There will be enlargements. Will there be enlargements for sale, Terry? Will you be selling these? Look at that. So they were just gorgeous, gorgeous photos. Yeah, especially the one with her in it. Yeah. So what, Jean, what were you gonna selling? Oh, you should maybe make a little zine or something. Jean was saying, Dede, like should I, is there some reason I shouldn't buy ManyCam now? I don't know. Thought about a calendar. Terry, awesome idea. A calendar would be great. Hey, Mama 4. Good to see you. It's been a while. Hey, Becky, I'm sure I'm missing some people. No, I said that because you still haven't gotten it. Yeah, I know, Jean. It's going to take, look, I haven't even figured out, well, I shouldn't say I haven't figured it out. I have all the information on how to do the Amazon affiliate. Haven't had a time. I really want to switch it from Hubster's name and email on Amazon because we just use, we just both use the same Amazon, right? But it's all in his name and his email. And so I have to fix it. I won't call out Hubster. Bless his heart. He tried to switch it one day and I almost lost it, my Amazon account. I had to really work on I got on my app and I did this and that and backtracked and put this and new passwords and old passwords and new passwords. I got our Amazon account back, but I'm going to have to keep him off of changing. He's trying so hard to help me. Hey, Miro. So we're looking, in case you're just joining us. I know he tried so hard, and he's really good on computer stuff. But Amazon just had him baffled, I guess. Changing the names and the emails and the accounts. Because, Amazon doesn't want you to do that because it's for security reasons too, right? You don't go in there and jack with your Amazon account. So, but if I make a new account, if I make my own Amazon account for an affiliate purposes, I have no purchases on it. It's like a brand new account. And I'm saying, oh, I want to be an Amazon affiliate. And they look at me like, what? You never even bought anything. Because it's all on his. So anyway, this, in case y'all just joined us, is Star Branch Spiral fan Yelina James. So we're into the spirals right now. Yeah. Look. I love jellyfish. Y'all seen me do some inks with the inks, our bottle inks. Yeah, we might have to do a jellyfish, but I don't think I want to do that on a card. I want to do this bigger. Oh yeah. Well, Miro, we're gonna. This is just the first one. I got a stack of them. We're gonna go through. Okay, and then here's the fan. And again, shells, crustaceans. Thank you, Terry. Terry's putting in a link if y'all want to get it. It's not expensive. I mean, in Prime. I mean, it's like what? I don't know what the original price is. The original price is $22.99. I didn't pay that. I think I paid $9. I forget now. You like my inky jellyfishes? Jellyfish are great on paper, but not nice in front of you at the ocean. Yeah, I have been stung by them. I think I've told y'all the story. Me and my sister, we were at Corpus Christi, Texas. I grew up in San Antonio. And we went to Corpus when we were probably, I don't know, 10, 11, something like that. And look at this one, guys. I'll just let y'all take a peruse at that. Look at that detail. I'm liking this. We might have to do something with this one. I'm liking that. We might do something with that. So we go out in the ocean and the water at the coast in Texas it's murky. It's not like, you're not in the Bahamas, people. It's kind of like, Savannah, like Georgia kind of, it's not clear. It's muddy kind of water. So anyway, it's $15.63 on Amazon. Thanks, Terry. Look at that, guys. I just want to let y'all have peruse. So we go out in the water, and I felt something sting. I knew it was a jellyfish as soon as it happened. And so I got out of the water, and one of my legs, all the way down from my hip to my ankle, was polka dotted with stings, with jellyfish stings. So I sat out for a while. I don't know if back then, Mom probably had calamine or something in her purse. Have you all seen that the Southern woman's purse? All right, I don't want to get off another rabbit trail. But anyway, so probably about an hour later, my sister was going, come on, let's go back in, guys. I just got stung by a jellyfish. I don't want to go back in. And she goes, oh, what's the likelihood of you getting stung again? Nobody else is getting stung. Come on, let's go back in. So I did. My whole body the next time. My whole body got stung. by jellyfish. So yeah, that's what happens when you listen to your sister. It's like in the South. Watch this, Leroy. It was painful. But you know what's as painful? Has anybody ever been stung by a scorpion? That's again, that was in San Antonio too. Well, I wasn't going to pee all over myself, Julie, to take the sting away. Now, if I was on, some island or something by myself, I had mom's calamine in her purse. Why do I need to pee on myself? This was way before Hubster May. We were kids. I have a 10, 9, 10, something like that. Okay, so anyway, yeah. No, when I got stung by look at this. We're gonna have to do something off of this one too. We had just moved in a house in San Antonio, and no furniture or anything in it. So we're sleeping on the floor. No, that was a different time. I think there was 2 scorpion incidents. Anyway, so in the middle of the night, I was in bed. No, didn't have anything on, but in the middle of the night, I felt it. You know what it feels like? I can give you an example of what it feels like to get stung by a scorpion. Now, these aren't poisonous ones that are like in the desert where I didn't know how toxic they were because I'm allergic to bees. So I thought, well, hey, I get stung by a scorpion, I could die. But anyway, take a match, take a hot match, like a lit match, blow it out, and then stick it on your skin. That's what it feels like to get stung by a scorpion. And that's no lie. That's exactly what it feels like someone just blew out a match and stuck it on you. So anyway, I got stung on the neck. And then I jump up, and then I sit on it and get stung again. Of course, by then, most of the toxin or whatever it was in my neck, right? Hey, Graceland. So it started swelling up in my throat, and it could have been psychosomatic, but I felt like my throat was starting to close, And so I said, I'm allergic to bees. I wonder if I should go to the hospital because am I going to, start flopping on the floor or something? So I go to the hospital, wait at the ER for, how long. So I go see if I see a doctor. I said, I got stung by a scorpion. I'm allergic to bees. I wasn't sure what to do. He handed me an ice pack. He goes, here, put this on it. That'll be $50. Oh my gosh, that was it. Yes. Yes, I've been stung by scorpion, jellyfish, bees. Yeah, I don't even know what else. Let's don't go there. He had brain pain. Oh my gosh, Sharon, I get that too. I didn't know there was a word for it. How many of y'all can actually feel the pain of others? Like when someone says something, I didn't even think about that, Sharon. But that's true. It's like a brain pain. Is that what it's called? When you can like let's just say with the kids, I'm with the kids, they stub their toe. My legs, I can literally feel my legs tighten up. It's not in my brain, it's in my legs, but you have a twin sister, you can feel each other's pain, Sharon? Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's not like even like empathetic. You can feel sorry and feel for other people. But like I said, a good example is like if you're walking with one of your kids, they stub their toe, like your legs almost cramp up. It's weird. But I didn't know there was a term for it. You're like that if you see someone cut? Yeah, see? And it's probably not everything, No, okay, so let's go on. Let's get away from the brain pain. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about making anybody have brain pain with my stories. Yeah, moving along, Terry. Okay, striped pears and polka dots. Again, I knew this book was going to be little. I didn't know it was going to be quite this little, but I saw it on, this one did have pictures of the inside. So I thought, oh, I got to get that. So cute. We'll have to draw some of these little things on the show. It doesn't have to be these exact things. I mean, but it's the ideas, right? So this is Set Your Mind to Joy. Start with Kirsten Sevig's mixtape of whimsical painting, pearl, and wisdom, and musings about what makes her happy, including dachshunds wearing sweaters, popping corn on the stovetop, invented holidays, biking to new places, donning hats, weird mushrooms, and lessons we learned from sloths. This colorful book is sure to make your portable happy place. And so, yeah, it was so cute. Kristen Sevig, I'm not sure. Is she like Swedish? I don't know. What is that name? I'm just guessing. Oh, thanks, Terry, for links. Okay, striped pears and polka dots. And see, it's just another little eye candy book. But look at the ideas you can get from it. All right, this one came out this year, 2018. What did Janet say? I'm afraid to ask. You kind of yeah, it's like a wincing. It's like a wincing, Karen. Karen bought. Yeah. Just seeing hand tattoos, what makes you wince? But that's what it makes you feel like it's a wincing. That's a good word. This book is dedicated to Mike. Well, I won't read the thing, but anyway, she talks about her process. It looks like she does watercolor in a watercolor book. I don't know if she does. She probably doesn't watercolor this small. You know, I'm sure it's shrunk down. But look at this, guys. Look how cute. Now, you can't tell me that you couldn't draw stuff like this. Hey, Rona. Remember, guys, if you have any questions or talk to me, put it in caps. Big oak. Like an okay sign, like, okay. So look how cute that is. It would be fun to hand make a little journal like this with the same idea, giving it to someone to make little drawings up for themselves like this. Yeah. You could do zines, you know, like Janet, you know, her little zines that she's made. But let me rabbit trail a minute. Hang on. Let me see. I got my Janet stack here, I think. Here we go. You know, like I said, I think this is probably painted and then shrunk down. You know, that's what I would do, right? Paint these and shrink them down. Not Janet. When Janet makes her zines, these are real size. She hand letters this little. Janet needs, that's a good idea. Janet could do a zine on her show today. Eileen, work on that for us, would you? Would you work on that? Could you work on that, Eileen? Get Janet to make us another zine. I mean, this is all hand lettered, guys. That's actual size. I thought she shrunk these down when she made them. No, these are actual sizes of her zines. And I've read this one to y'all many times. I love the little, the Duck Daily Times, the story of the ugly duckling. Oh, look, hand lettered. I have to, literally, guys, when I read her zines, I have to get out the magnifying glass. Oh, but I have her stacked. This is my little Monkey Island Madness stack of zines. I'm not going to read them right now. I'll just do a little flip through them. This was my birthday party one. Here's the Monkey Island Inquirer. Janet's a zine. She's a zine queen, people. A zine queen. Well, get rid of the troll. They'll get rid of the troll. If there's a troll, just don't trust me. Those mods are like this. Yeah, they're gone. If you see, by the time you see a troll remark, one of my mods has got rid of them. I can guarantee you'll see one comment, two maybe, because they might give them a chance. They're gone. So Monkey Island and her little, the animals on the island, and oh my God, look at her little drawings there. And then here's one of the little newspapers. I mean, Janet, get on that, girl. And then on the one with the, let's see, where is it? The Ugly Duckling newspaper one. Look, she even made a little pocket, guys. It's a milk carton. Look. The zine came in a milk carton. Anyway, so I just had to share that because, you know, somebody mentioned, yeah, you can make a zine. Now, you don't have to write as small as Janet. You could make it and shrink it down. You know, we've done zine shows before. What you mean, what's a zine? I think we bought that book out. Remember? I don't know if I can put, here it is. Okay. I'll have to show y'all my art books. I want to do an art book show. Like I showed all the color books, I show all the art books. I can show them to you on the shelf, but I'm not going to pull them off today. But remember this book? We went through this a few years ago. What you mean? What's a zine? We bought them out. We sold out of Amazon. At the time, though, remember, guys, these were like $2. Hi, Dot. These were like $2 at one point. What was the year of these? I told you it's a book time. It's a book time. Let's read I'm going to read y'all your stories. 2006. So this one came out, and this is, I mean, we're talking like doing a lot of this by hand. I love the comic book style of this book. And so remember the GoCo? Was it the GoCo? Yeah, the GoCo press. We read this comic one day. If you've ever had a GoCo press, y'all remember the ones with the little light bulbs and flash, and you get a little screen print off of it. Do y'all remember? Remember when we read this one? Oh my gosh, I love it. Maybe we'll get back to that. I love this story. I can read this story every time I open the book. Anyway, what you mean? What's a zine? If you've never don't know what a zine is. Okay. All right. Let's go back to striped pears and polka dots. Sorry, guys. Not sorry. I'm not sorry when we go on rabbit trails. That's what we do around here. Don't email me. I'm just in a good mood. I love Mondays. So look how cute, right? Look. Bright Pants Day. Oh my gosh. So adorable. I don't know. This might be a good one to, I don't know. Would this be a good book to give away on our Wednesday next? It's not this Wednesday, but a week from Wednesday. Yeah, don't email me. Send me a zine. Yeah, there you go, faithful. Or would y'all rather have a more of an art instruction type book, a color book? I don't know. Look at those. Look, let me mark this. Maybe we'll do one of these, like something like that. Just go ahead and get it. I know, it's so cute, isn't it? It's so cute. And there's another girl. I gave those books away too. There's like two. I think there was three. They were back from like 2000, maybe 1999, 2000. I forget her name, but they were little books. They were little books, a little bigger than this, maybe just a little longer. They were but about that size. Sarah, what was her name? Sarah. Her last name's escaping me because it's been years. And she did little things like that. She drew, maybe one of y'all remember those. And she drew all these little tiny things, pages, like a whole page of little trees, a whole page of little coffee cups, a whole page of little, here, Chris, this is the name of it right there. Her name was Sarah something, but I can't remember her last name right now. And it's kind of like this with a whole bunch of little tiny paintings in it. And but I gave them to a friend who really loved them, so I gave them away. But they were really cute. If you're streaming, Janet always records Dot unless there's some technical issue. Look at the little glasses. So I don't know if this would be a good one for a giveaway on our monthly book giveaway, or if y'all would rather have something more, you know, something more. I like the little cacti too, little succulents. What was her name? Sarah. No, I don't remember the titles, Faithful. And there were, I mean, I'm talking, there were probably 1999, 2000, 2002. I can't even remember. But this is the kind of, she would draw little things like this. I could probably find it later. I haven't even tried to look it up in years. I'm sure they're out there on Amazon. I wouldn't know what to look. Illustrations. Let's see here. Hang on, let me go to my app real quick. I don't know if it will come up. I'll put illustrations. Illustration book. Sarah. Yeah, there's a lot of Sarahs. And this is an older book. I'm probably not going to find it. They're tiny books. Miniature books. Doesn't anybody have one of them? I'm sure I'm not the only person ever owned one. I'll have to look later. Okay. Look at the little chickens. We drew a big chicken on the I think in a rooster on the show, but we did. Oh, that's all right, Terry. I don't expect everybody to know every book I've ever owned. We did a giant rooster on the show with ink drips, remember? But it was big. These are little tiny. I'm not used to drawing tiny. I like to draw fairly big. I know they are tiny, aren't they, Terry? That's why I cut a bunch of art card size, 3x4, some cardstock. I thought we could do some little watercolor and marker or something. I like those too. That one's kind of cute. Let's mark this one. We're going to practice with a couple of them. Look at those. I like them all. The little leaves. I like the little acorns. Little birds. Isn't it a cute book? Look how much is in it. Hey, Button. Look at the little breads, toast. You like my ink drips? Aw. Look, sloths. I love me some sloths. I have my big poster of the peace sloth. Plaids. Look how cute. Look at the little cat faces. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's just so many mushrooms. There's so many ideas in here, guys. You could practice with a couple of hers. But seriously, you could do this kind of thing. I mean, even my little jacked up trike was okay for a quick sketch. Some shells. Yeah, I don't know if Galena was here. Galena, we did a little flower and we thought of you and I sent that flower out. That's why I was asking you about your address, because I sent that flower out to you. Lemons, hats. How cute. Is anybody inspired to do any of this? Bye, Karen Bot. You're here lurking. Okay, lurk away. Lurk away. You're inspired to watch me do it, Terry. Well, Terry, after all those beautiful flower photography you did, oh my gosh, maybe we should draw one of your little flowers, but draw it little. What do you think, Terry? Should we try to draw one of your flowers? Look, how cute are these? It's like Delft blue. Is it Delft? You know, the Dutch porcelain. Cute streets, autumn leaves, llamas. Look how cute are those llamas. Oh, so always remember to take the time to do something that makes you happy. Isn't that just the cutest little book? Cutest little book. Did the llamas have earrings? Oh my gosh, good eyes if they did. I did not know this. Oh my gosh, it looks like they do. Those little tassels. So yeah. So those are the two new ones that I got. And then these, and I'll keep these handy because I'm going to do these, and I think I'm going to pull out one of Terry's flowers, and we'll do one of Terry's flowers on the little card. See, I did make some little swatches. I was swatching one. Janet and Paula, you know, they do all their watercolor swatches, and I said, well, I'm going to do a few. So I did do a bigger sheet just to get all the colors. These are my 3 sets of my Jane Davenports. So these are the 3 sets of my Jane Davenport, set 1, set 2, set 3. And I just wrote the names on there. You could look at it like this, but I actually made it to go like this. Make buttons out of those faces, the women's faces. Make buttons out of them? Oh, DJ, do you make buttons? You mean like the punched out kind of buttons, like the plastic kind, like you punch them out and you put them in a little, you know, the little plastic covered things. Yeah, those will make cute buttons. Pins, button pins. Yeah. I mean, they don't have to have the pin on them, the pin back. It could just be the button. Either one. Okay, so I have little squares here to do, you know, so we'll see. We'll see. Let's put that aside. Okay, so this is the one we've shown. It's getting a little bright. Sun's coming out, but it looks okay. Y'all, if it gets too flashed out light or too dark, because it goes darker easier. But it can also get flashed out too. Just let me know. I'll do the hand, you know, physical adjustment of the light since there's no light lock until I get Manicam, right, Jean? You like this one too? Okay, and this one's got a glare on it till I open it up. But anyway, it's The Art of Creative Watercolor, Danielle Donaldson, and this is adorbs. These well, not the other ones weren't too, but these are just so cute. And we have flipped through this one before, but I'll go and do it again because where's that shadow coming from? Thanks, Terry. So she does talk about all her supplies, all her different supplies she uses, and the brushes, the sizes, your workspace. You need a workspace for creativity. She has a nice table there. Now, I gave my drafting table away to Cam. The drafting table, the light, the chair. I gave the whole setup to Cameron because I wasn't using it. I do miss it sitting over there. I do miss seeing it over there and using it for extra, you know, pile ups. But I wasn't using it, and he really needed a drafting table, so I gave him. It's a professional one, you know. Upster bought it for me. Come on in. So, oh, thank you, honey. Coffee. Thank you. I'm drinking my cold juice right now. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, I like just having a flat table. So all my tables here that I use, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 in here. I have others out. I think I have a couple more in the garage. But they're just like the 6 foot. I have 2 4 foot, 3 4 foot, and a 6 foot. And they're just those foldable tables. You know, the plastic foldable tables. That's all these are. But because I have to work flat on the camera here. Please click the link button for for? Oh, the like. Oh, the like. Oh, thank you, Terry. Yeah, like the video. Thank you, guys. And don't forget, if you click the little bell, if you subscribe, click the little bell, you'll get notifications when I go on. And I do stream every Monday and Wednesday, 9 a.m. I usually come on about between 8:30 and 9 to do a little pre-chat. We used to do the pre-chat not recorded, but I can't do that on live YouTube. So you have to listen to the chat, or if you watch the recording, don't like the pre-chat, just fast forward it. But it is a chat show. But anyway, every Monday, Wednesday, and the occasional Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. So organized, handmade journals, altered books, loose leaf portfolio. See, now I need to read this one because y'all know I love me some loose leaf. I think we kind of skimmed it last time I looked through it. Or she just might be talking about the story, the kind of portfolios where you just store it. You store your work in those, binder type, oversized binders. Yeah, I don't do that. Okay, I got tons of portfolios, but they're just thrown in there. Hey, Shy. Organized practice. And here she uses sewing fabrics and things to make her books and journals too. Here's some sewn edges with some paint swatches sewn in. So yeah, I think we did something out of this book one time, didn't we? Did we do something out of it last time I showed it? I don't remember. Might have done a little something. Swatching. So she has a lot of techniques and tools at the beginning of the book. Then lesson 3, composition practice, talking about where to set up, your compositions, composition do's and don'ts. And then she gets into the good stuff, the fun stuff, I should say. Like A is for art supplies. So she painted out, she used her watercolor, and then she'd paint out, and she has little lessons for you to do. Kaleidoscope butterflies, and then we did something because I remember us using a Posca on it. I don't remember what we drew. And then she gets into the colors, like all things blue. So here's like the hydrangeas and water and shells and a parrot and a butterfly. But look how fun. Look at that, guys. The softness of it. Yes, Lynn. Exactly, the softness. And I hope you had a good weekend, Lynn. I need to message you. Hope everybody had a good weekend. And then look, chairs and couches. Look at these. Aren't they? It looks like a Mary Englebright sofa. Doesn't it? Look, something Mary Englebright would come up with. This is why you need a sketchbook, people. You need a sketchbook, or just even copy paper and a binder. Something to write down your ideas, your doodles, your sketches. You got to do it because when they're just in your head, they don't count. Spent my weekend with tiny little patience. Oh, Karen. So look at these. They're just so soft and watercolory. And I love how she does the color swatches too, And then here's fabric, like fabric sewn. I got this book last time you showed it and have not tried watercolor yet, but it's a very pretty book. Yeah, it's eye candy. What about if you just took the book and you took a pencil and did a little sketch and color pencil? You don't necessarily have to bust out the watercolors every time. And then here's greens. Again, I just want to kind of show you some of the inspiration here, people. Doesn't this make you just want to get something out and do it? I don't know her, Lynn. I don't think I know Josie's Muse. Doesn't sound familiar. Of course, when y'all recommend someone, I usually go follow them, but then that doesn't mean I go watch every, because there's so many people. There's so many people. you know, I try to watch you guys first. Here she did a little pear. And then again, fabric here, and then different furniture. Little house rooms. She doesn't make many vids. Okay. Look, I mean, we could just sit here and stare at this. How cute, right? And I think we did stare at it the last time we went through that. So yeah, it's kind of a book day, guys. I might, want to get a little drawing in, but it's kind of, I wanted to show, because we talked about it last week, being inspired and, having ideas and stuff like that. Y'all know my philosophy on that. So I thought you would like, oh, look. Oh, that's what we did. We did a mermaid. Who did we send that to? We did a mermaid and sent it to somebody. Now I don't remember who we sent it to. It wasn't Xandra, was it? Who did we send that mermaid to? That's what we did. Who was it? We did send it to Xandra? Okay. That's what we did. We did we did a mermaid for Xandra. Yeah, okay. I thought we'd done something out of this book. I forgot about it too, Colleen. And I'm the one that did it. I forgot about it too. Look at all the orange. I love the pumpkins. We might have to do some, because it's getting up to be fall pretty soon. That means busting out the pumpkins and the collaging on pumpkins and maybe some more masks. I should do another mask and do a Halloween giveaway. I don't know that I do it like these. I just showed these the other day. But our masks, and you can get these, they're just white plastic masks. I got them at Hobby Lobby. These two are half masks, and then this is the full mask. Maybe we need to do a mask for a giveaway. I can't mail out a pumpkin. Well, I guess I could, but I'm not. Not going to mail out a pumpkin, but we will probably do a pumpkin. I'd like to do some decorating, like maybe some orange lights. I don't know. Some orange, like little pumpkin lights. Wouldn't that be cute? Because I put out Christmas lights on the desk here, but I don't put out lights at any other time, like the little fairy lights and stuff. I just put out the Christmas lights. We don't have fallen tests. Yeah, I know, Karen. I used to live in San Antonio. I love that. Must love Michael's after. Yes, Eileen, we'll talk quiet about it. Shh, we'll keep it our secret, guys. When Michael's has her grab bags after fall, or like, is it right at, when is it, Eileen? Is it in November when they have those grab bags? And I don't know if they do it every year, but oh my gosh, one year, guys, I'll tell this on Eileen. And again, it was before we were uploading to YouTube. Somebody said that I think I bought a couple grab bags from Michael's. They were like $2. Maybe I bought 4 of them or something like that. I don't remember. So I got 4 grab bags from Michael's. They're big bags of just, you don't know what's in them, for $2. So I bought 4 and unboxed them on the show. And there's some good stuff in there, stamps and all kinds of good stuff. And Eileen goes, Dede, you need to go back and get some more. I said, okay. I said, all right, guys, I'll be back. Because Michael's is 5 miles. About 5 miles from here. I said, okay, guys, I'm going to leave now and I'll be back. So I ran over to Michael's. I think I got about 4 more bags or something. Anyway, it was fun. Good times. Good stream times. I like these little mushrooms. And look, they have little white dots on them. Those are cute. Cute little mushrooms. But I seem like I've been coloring mushrooms a lot in the color books. I don't know if I want to draw them. It was so much fun seeing what was in the bags. I know, because nobody knew. Yeah, nobody knew what was in the bags. And that's some good stuff. I think I still have a paper mache skull in the closet. Because it's hard to mail that kind of stuff. I gave away a lot of it. Gave away the stamps and gave away a lot of stuff. I still have a skelly around here somewhere. Where's my little skelly? I'm looking on my shelf. put the skelly away? I have a little cute little skelly somewhere, somewhere in here. Oh, this is a Janet page with all the lettering. Yeah, there are mystery bags. Exactly, Colleen. Look at that. Janet, get your stream set up, girl. You and Eileen. You could do a grab bag challenge and make some things out of what you get. Yeah. But I don't know if I don't know if they have it every year. This was a few years ago. I haven't bought another grab bag since. Either I just didn't time it right, I didn't know they were having it, or they didn't have it. I don't know. Does anybody know if they still have those Michael's grab bags? I don't know. Oh, good morning. Thank you, Laura. Thanks for being here. So yeah, look how cute. Little Red Riding, a little red panda. Or yeah, or some kind of a red. Yeah, it says red panda. See, these little tiny things, y'all know I draw so big. Here, let me, hang on. Here's my version of a red panda. Ready? Wait for it. Here's my red panda. Oh, it wants to flash out because of the black paint. But yeah, there's my red panda. Oh my goodness. And where's my sloth? Let me see if I can find my sloth. This is everybody's favorite, the pea sloth. It's their poster size. So yeah, it's a little. I'm trying to. Let's see. It wants to flash out, but I'm trying to tilt it so the light's not directly on it. But yeah. So yeah. I know, Picola. Everybody wants them on phone cases. I know. I photographed them. I've touched them up. I just have to get them all sized and uploaded to, I guess, Society 6. I'll probably go with that instead of, I have Redbubble and Society 6, so I don't know. Hey, Lou. Hi, all lurking, doing chores. I recommend Photography Book Encyclopedia of Rainbows. Our World Organized by Color. Okay. Thank you for the recommendation, Lou. Don't make me go buy a book today. All right, who's texting? Oh, that's on the group chat. It's not. That's for the fam. Thanks, Shauna. So doing little bitty drawings like these is just not something I usually do. Like Janet draws tiny. She writes those little tiny zines. Give me a big piece of paper. Give me a poster. I was going to pull out. Well, give me a poster. Oh, this is not going to fit under the camera. Oh, maybe I'll show it again when I pull back. My 36 by 42 posters. I can't show that right here. I'm too zoomed in. Okay, but yeah, like the little. That's all kind of in red violet colors. Your snow scenes. Oh, look at that little deer. Look how cute is that? Look at that little deer and his little antlers. Oh my gosh. And look at the little fox. So cute. Dede, are the images on the right side pictures, or is that watercolor too? You mean these? Which I don't know which right side. Oh, this. That's photo. That's a photo of like her books, her journals. That's photographs like of her fabric. See, it's like the sewn edges of her book. Yeah, that's photograph. So yeah, like all this. So you can see the strings and everything. Yeah, that's all fabrics sewn together. Yeah. See. And then all these yellow. Look how cute. There's a banana. Look at the little beehive. We might do a pineapple. Maybe we could do something off this. And again, guys, when I say we're going to do something off it doesn't mean we're going to copy it exactly. You know, we'll get the idea like this little corn. That's cute. Maybe we'll do that. So, yeah. The Art of Creative Watercolor, Inspiration Techniques for Imaginative Drawing and Painting, Danielle Donaldson. And she gives you, places, step outs to do them. Okay. Now, these are books that I've already had, and you've probably seen them over time, but we're going to bust them out again because I want y'all to say, you can't think of anything to draw then. Okay. This one is a flow book, and I did take the dust jacket off of it, because inside the dust jacket is a full-on poster. This is a big poster in the inside, the dust jacket. And that to me, that's just an idea. That's a great idea. Every dust jacket should fold out into a poster, whatever size book it is. I don't care if it's tiny, big. You love your flow books? Me too, Faithful. And Faithful, was it you that I saw doing? I think I commented on YouTube. Wasn't it you that used the little diamonds? Oh my gosh! Tell me it was you first, and then I'll go continue the story. You just pulled out your watercolor book, and I'll draw with you today. Okay, I am going to do some limo. Okay, so Faithful, I love your little dark skinned little emote girl. And when you wave, I love that. Anyway, Faithful's so cute. So anyway, I did not know this, guys. And I feel really dumb. And I told Faithful when I watched her video, I said, I did not know that was what those are for. So if y'all know in Flow, now this is the drawing one. But I don't know if I have one handy. But you know how Flow has, let me see if I can grab some of these Flow. I'm going to grab a handful of Flow stuff, and I'll hope that it's in here. Uh-oh. So they're all up in a box, and because I don't want to move my camera right now. Okay, so there's some different papers. But you know how Flow has those little diamonds? They always show these little diamonds. Sheets. They're sheets of diamonds. Okay, I'll just draw one to show you, but there's sheets of them. Flow in their Flow books always have these diamonds. Like they'll have whole sheets of them. And I thought, oh, that's so cute. They'll have them all different colors, all different patterns. Oh, I got to do it a little better than that. They'll have all these diamonds, pages. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? How many have, yeah, well, I did not know what, okay. So there's pages and pages of these diamonds. And they have patterns and all that. Okay, I feel so stupid. I felt so stupid, but Faithful set me straight. All right, I'm going to cut this out here. Do y'all know what these do? You see these diamonds in every Flow book. And I thought, oh, those are so cute. I'll use them for patterns and backgrounds. I'll use them for, collaging. They're just so cute. I love all those diamonds. Yeah, they're like Harlequin diamond. It's a whole sheet. It looks like a Harlequin page, right? Oh, no, people. I'm going to show you what they're for. You can use them for anything, of course. You can use them for anything. But Faithful set me straight. Let me find, hang on 1 second. Let me see if I can find. Do I have to go under the table? I want to. Okay, I'll just, all right, I'll tell you, I've got something. I'll use a rubber band because I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I know. Maybe my posters so I'm not rolling over them. Okay. Okay. You're supposed to take your diamonds. Now, I'm not folding them neatly, but, I didn't even cut them out neatly. They are banners. They're little banners, people. let me see if I can do a little glue real quick. And Faithful did one of these on her show, and I went, oh my gosh, Faithful. I'm not putting enough wait time on that. Well, Eileen, you can use them on a card. Okay. Eileen's going, what are you doing with them? You can put them on a card. You can write, hello, happy birthday, get well. Could be multiple uses, Eileen. Don't mess with us, Eileen. Don't mess with us. So that's what you do. That's what you do with those little diamonds. You can make a little banners, and then you stamp on them. You can do all kinds of things on them, Eileen. You can put this on your computer. Beware of Eileen the Enabler Elf. Don't go to Amazon. Beware. It could be a beware banner. So that's what we use it for, Eileen. Okay. Okay. So this is put out by Flow. The ones 50 ways to draw your beautiful ordinary life. Practical lessons in pencil and paper. And again, I'm going to kind of go from the back because I just want y'all to, I want to do a flip. I don't want to do a full on. But it's got all kinds of little lessons. See? Very simplified lessons. And I'll tell you, and I'll show you, I did pull out one. There's watercolor paper in here. There's all kinds of little, watercolor tutorial. Oh, we did draw this one day, or that one. I think we drew that little red one. That little red thermos, we drew that one day. Is there a better picture? Yeah, I think we drew this one. Last time I showed the book, we drew that thermos. So, and some of them, and then they have artist profiles, which, we all love our artist profiles. And there's Grandma's, she used to say, they have these kind of campers back in the day when we were kids. And Grandma, isn't it fun to go camping in those trailers you pull behind your car? She goes, yeah, it's not much of a vacation for me when you pull your kitchen behind you on vacation. I love you, Grandma. Where's my grandma? I got my grandma right here. Where is she? So this was my grandma. Love you, Grandma. Yeah, that's the one we drew right there. See, all kinds of little borders, little doodles and banners and lions and tigers and drawings. Oh my. Oh look, I should have looked over at this one when I drew my trike. Her wheels. Now seriously, guys, if you want to draw a circle, use a template. You don't have to have a lumpy wheel like the one I drew. Sketching styles. And then just different colors of paper to practice. So I'm going backwards. Lettering. And again, guys, I want to get back into our brush lettering. I'm determined. I think I bought 5 or 6 new brush lettering books. Didn't we, Janet? Didn't we, Janet? We don't talk. Good one. Good one, Faithful. That's got to go in the Wingnut book. That's got to go in the Wingnut. We don't talk about the trike video. Faithfulness goes in the Wingnut. You made it to the Wingnut book, Faithful. Let me get it. You made it to the Wingnut book. Because we're all a bunch of wing nuts. No random, it's all random. But I told y'all when Denise came over, she goes, "What's a wingnut book?" Like she was here or something when we pulled this out. And I showed this to her and read some of them to her. She goes, "None of that makes any sense." I said, "You had to be there. This is literally one of the times you have to be there to understand these because they don't mean anything to you." See, they're piled up. There's 20 there, you know. They don't mean anything to you unless you were here. Coloring core hose. Julie said that about Vicky, and we need to find Vicky. We haven't seen Vicky around for a while, or I need to email her. I mean, send her a card or something. So anyway, yeah, these are our wing nuts. So when you say something funny, a quip, a quote, a cool thing, that goes in the wing nut book. Good one, Faithful. We don't talk about the trike video. Collars. Those are so cute. See, they give you places to do them on, but I just do them on my own paper. Little cats. I know, alligator Vicky. I know, right? I need to send her a card. Here we go. Oh, people, we're sending this to Eileen. Trust me, we're sending that to Eileen. She can hang it on her computer. And then there's a bunch of just color paper in here for you to practice on different colors of paper. Just a little drawing, another profile, another artist profile. I told you it was for a card, Eileen. You didn't know it was going to be your card. So see, look at all this. Now, I got to say, Flow books and magazines are not cheap. They are not. They're Dutch magazines, but I don't even know where they're printed. Sometimes they're printed in overseas. Sometimes they're printed. This is a actual book, and it was printed in New York. It is $25. And I got this when it first came out at Barnes and Noble. Of course, you know, coupon or discounts, coupons, and then there's some little vellum in here. Coupons in your books, you know, your discount for being a member. It's $15 on Amazon. Okay, there we go. See, Terry's on it. Terry's on it. And then this one has a pull-out house where you can draw your own stuff on the inside of the house. Here's one filled out for an example. And Flow magazines, guys, they always have pull-outs, punch-outs, you know, all just so much. A Flow magazine, there's a lot of people trying to copy them now. Have you noticed? Have y'all noticed, like at the bookstore, the different kind of magazines that are trying to look like Flow? Not that that's a bad thing. That's more fun for us, but you know. They had a random free shipping weekend. Sub to their newsletter. Oh, okay, Faithful. Faithful said that they had a random free shipping weekend. If you sub to their newsletter, then you'll get that information when they have a random free shipping. Yeah, okay. I buy them in a Books A Million and Barnes and Noble. So I don't, you know. But there's little step-by-steps on how to draw just simple things, right? Simple things. So even if you just do a little, you know, do a little art card. Now mine are not ATC size, they're 3x4, my art cards. But if you do ATCs, when I was in ATC swaps, we'd have different ones where you had to draw something. It had to be hand drawn. I don't know if any of y'all are still doing ATC swaps or any kind of art card swaps. Janet, I think, is going to do another zine swap sometime, hopefully soon. We're waiting for her to get back from Australia to have another zine swap. No pressure, Janet. No pressure. Anyway, so this is the kind of stuff that comes in the Flow book of papers. They sell books that are this size of all kinds of papers. And these are some of the ones that I've pulled out of the different flows. So and I pulled these out to see if there was any of those little diamond. Ha! Here we go. See, I didn't have to draw them. I could have done this. Here. Look, see what I'm talking about? You turn these into little banners. Okay, do you have all these, faithfulness? Do you have all these, or are you loaded up with little Harlequin papers? I'll wait and see if Faithful has these. If she does, I'll send her a couple. I'm gonna send Eileen one. I'll send one to Eileen. Send a couple to Faithful. You don't have the older books? Okay, so I'm gonna send you 2 sheets, Faithful, the one with the patterns. So I'll send this one to Faithful. Let me get my, whoops, come back here. I have your address, don't I, Faithful? If I don't, send it to me, and I'll send you a little happy mail. And then I'll send one to Eileen with her banner. We call Eileen ETEE, Eileen the Enabler Elf. So yeah, we'll send those out. Okay. And I got Vicki a card. All right, let's get back to, let's move all this out of the way. Put that back up there out of the way. Probably been moving my camera. Okay. So a couple other things I want to show you. Oh, here. I showed you this because they're very simplified, and I wanted to show you that you can get these kind of books at 5 and Below, the Dollar Tree. I think I got this one at 5 and Below, but you can get them at Books A Million, Barnes and Noble, but they're going to be over in the kids section of your bookstore, right? Or sometimes they're in stack outs, in the sale books where all the books are, $6, $7 or whatever. But I have a few of these, and even if you don't draw their animals, they're very inspiring. They make you remember, oh yeah, there's such thing as a panda. Why don't we draw a panda? You just don't think about them unless you have lists. You should have lists in your idea collecting books. Okay. Includes tips and techniques. And these books, I even took, not a drawing one, I forget it was another one, like, look, jellyfish. And I turned it into a journal. I took the covers, or I took it apart. I deconstructed the book and put book rings in it, or I might have put it in a 3-ring binder. I don't remember. Could have been a binder. There's a whole series of that book. Very nice. Yeah. And these are great for, look, come on. Don't ever tell me you don't have an idea to draw. You can look, and you can find all this stuff like this, guys, online too. Go to Pinterest. Say, if you even typed in Pinterest, I don't know what to draw, give me something. They'll give you something. So never say, oh, let's don't look at flamingos. Eileen doesn't like those. So anyway, I wanted to show you these simplified, they're little, they show you how to start with a circle or an oval, or look, So if you can't draw it with, just by looking at something, although I show y'all how to train yourself to see things. I know, I try to flip it quickly, Eileen. I show you different, books and techniques and tips to draw. But, get you a book like this. It will inspire you. This one's on animals. I think I have another one called How to Draw Everything. I think that is the other one. I didn't pull that one off the shelf. But look how much is in here. Look, there's like 200 or something. Oh, over 100. And they're big books. You could take this apart, put rings in it, and put paper in between. Put you some, just some paper in between, and make you your own sketchbook, right? Okay, like speaking of a sketchbook, like there's this one, Sketch Your Art Out. This one I bought myself for my birthday back in February, and with some of my family knows. What do you want? You don't even have to ask me. They can give me Amazon or a Barnes and Noble gift card, and I'm happy because books, love me some books. So this one's Sketch Your Art, and it's weirdly, it's got like that Copic as opposed to the Copic marker, the Coptic sketch, Copic stitch. And so it lies flat. See how it just lies, it will lay perfectly flat no matter what page you're on. See, because of that binding. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? How it lies flat like that. So anyway, this one is more, it's like keeping a sketchbook. And I believe it's a husband and wife that put this one together. Yeah, about the authors. And so anyway, I think she did some of the drawing. He did some. Where to sketch, why start with a sketch, setting up a studio. I mean, this is a great one too for, 8, 10, 12-year-old, starting out, wanting to learn how to draw and stuff like that. But I don't care if it's for a 5-year-old. I will love me an art book. I will love me an art book. Did it get a little dark? That's okay, I guess, because it's white paper. Yeah, that's the binding you like for journals, Lynn? Oh my gosh. See, I don't like to sew. So I never sew any of mine. I don't ever make it. I have to buy mine. I don't ever like to sew bindings. I mean, I've done a couple, but just like poke a couple holes and run some twine through it. So they give you blank pages to do things in. Then they have like a quick review, little questions. What have you learned that will help you have good sketching habits? What are your goals when you work through this book? How do you feel about beginning the sketching journey? See, that's awesome. Again, I won't work in the book myself. I won't work in the book, but that doesn't mean you can't, write some of these ideas down in your idea book or your sketchbook, and then take it from there. Graphite, ways to shade, hatching, cross hatching, scribbling, stippling, value scales, just a little of everything here. This is all, graphite on this chapter. And it all lies just nice and flat so that if you're working over here or if you're working the book, it's flat. Oh, you missed the title, Terry? Sketch Your Art Out, a skill and style activity guide. Mary Liscombe and Tyler Fisher. And I immediately picked it up because of the binding. I saw that on the shelf, right? Bibliophiles Unite. Right after this chapter. Did you make that up? Did you make that up, Julie? If you made that up, I'm going to write that down. Well, I should write it down anyway. I'm writing over here. That would be a good card for a reader. You're not that clever. Right after this chapter. That needs to be brush lettered. Yeah, that needs to be brush lettered. Anyway, I hope y'all are enjoying the book show today. We'll try to maybe do a little bit of drawing here in a little bit. A little bit of perspective. Try it out and gives you, some little tips and things. Drawing from life perspective. Pros and cons. Working reductively. Texture expert, all different kinds of scales, feathers, hair, fur. You saw it on Pinterest? Oh, okay. Well, you're the Pinterest queen, Julie. I always say this, if anytime Pinterest comes up and Julie's around, Topaz Pearl Girl, if you want to follow someone on Pinterest that's like knows her way around, plenty of boards. I don't think I've been to Pinterest in a month. Just don't have time. But Pinterest is awesome if you just want to go look something up. But I don't keep up with my boards or anything. But Julie does. Julie, Topaz Pearl Girl. Y'all go follow her on Pinterest. Try it out. There's different kinds of, a bark, rock, skin, old skin, gems, metal, glass. How to do these in graphite. Okay, then color pencil. And again, quick review. What are your favorite tips and tricks? Oh, that's the review for the graphite. Then color pencil. different kinds, soft, lead, wax, different ones. You know, I'm not going to go over that. We all know our color pencils, like, you know, we know our color pencils. Shading, tips and tricks. What is color theory? Again, this is a great one for any kid starting out drawing. You know, tint versus shade. Create your own color scheme, warm versus cool. So, yeah, lots of color tips. Isn't that cool though, guys? I mean, it's for us, it's probably not as good as like what we maybe anyway, our street sketchbook, you know, the sketchbooks of street artists, you know, these are probably, you know, you might like these better. But again, you know, we like it all. I know there is lots of good information, you know, shading with a pen, continuous line drawing, ballpoint, or, you know, the contour lines. I want to do the continuous line drawings for October this year. Like draw it. I'll probably do like, let's just say I'm going to do a pomegranate or let's just, well, you know, like for instance, a piece of, I don't have any paper. Let me grab me a piece of paper here. Because y'all know I want to do fruits and vegetables, I think. I don't know for a fact yet. But I will probably just take, like, let's just say an inside of an orange, a lemon. So, you know, I'll just draw the size that I want and maybe just, you know, kind of just get it kind of planned out. But then what I want to do is take my pen, and I'm going to use different pens too, because I want to do all kinds of pens and inks with, but anyway, I want to try to draw all the continuous line drawings. So we might just first break it up like this into like the inside. So like this, right? And then maybe come over here and draw the seeds. And it's all going to be continuous. Come out here, maybe do the rind a little thicker. So like this kind of thing. That's what I want to do for Inktober. Continuous lines. That's in my head anyway, and in my notes. Layering pigments. So just, you know, inking, fine liner pens, different brands, inking, using pen for texture. So isn't this cool though, guys? Don't y'all love book days? Or is it just me? Am I the only one that loves book days? Work with white tones. And I think in one of these they did that tape face kind of thing, like Cameron did his self-portrait with tape. They had to do that in school. You tape your face different ways, and then you I'm sure they just take selfies and draw from the selfies. A little bit of collage, repetition, express yourself. Oh, the bees. I love drawing bees. What do y'all think? Isn't this cool? Oh, yeah, I know, right? I love it. And this, I mean, it's filling up the whole screen. This is a big book, pretty big book. But they give you lots of places. Like it's like your sketchbook. They want you to turn this into your sketchbook, drawing on the pages and stuff. Spread your art around. Find what you love. Find what others love. Find what you love. The drawings we feel the most confident about sharing are often the ones we connect to the most. In this book, we've talked a lot about finding what inspires you. Seeking inspiration continues in a professional practice, and curating your breadth of work is a way to display the visuals, concepts, and colors that are significant to you. Who are the artists who inspire you? What stories or events motivate you to create? Is your work self-reflective, or is it an appropriation of things around you? And then, you know, you're supposed to write, you know. I know, I love books. And look, here's ATCs and ACEOs. ATCs are not supposed to be sold. ACEOs are the one, and they're the exact same thing. They just name them different. But back when ATCs first started, artist trading cards, you traded them. You didn't sell them. And there were some sticklers. We had sticklers about this in when we did our ATC swaps. Oh, thanks, Lynn. And ATCs are 2.5 by 3.5. And then you just put your name, the title. I mean, I've shown you all my books and books of ATCs. I'm not going to go on that rabbit trail today. Digital, social media, artist statement, rejection. So anyway, it's just an awesome book, and I think there's a bunch beyond the sketchbook. Quick review. Yeah, here's where this one is all different, pulled different ways. I think Cam's, they tape their faces. Cam did a tape face. Sequential art. How to do a grid. I've shown y'all how to do faces with grids. And then here's on dark, different toned papers. Because I do all my drawings on toned tan paper. Sketch with us. And see, then they got these kind of blank, you can kind of just use theirs for inspiration and can just continue it out, just start doodling off of their drawings. Have you ever done that with anyone, taking a start of a drawing and you start it and they continue it and you can swap back and forth? Am I froze? I hope not. Or maybe y'all are just not. Maybe you're napping because it's so peaceful. Okay. So anyway, there's those. Let's move these out of the way. And then there's all these 20 ways to draw. This one's 20 ways to draw everything. I have 20 ways to draw. What's the other one? You can buy these books, 20 ways to draw a tree, 20 ways to draw flowers, 20 ways to draw, but they're not 20 ways, they're hundreds of ways. But like root vegetables, 20 ways. And so thistles, caterpillars, seed heads, bees. You see, so when they say 20 ways to draw something, it's a full-on book of 20 ways to draw different things. See? And they're inspiring. You can copy them down, but then turn them into making them your own. If you get an idea while you're drawing one thing, you go, oh, this needs to be seeds, and just roll with your own imagination once you start with them. But these are great jumping off points. Owls, feathers, snails, herbs, berries, acorns, ferns, birds, mushrooms, trees. And that's just the 20 ways to draw a tree. But then there's 20 ways to draw everything. This is a nature themed one. I think they have different themed ones. I think they have an animal one. So again, I'm just going to kind of flip through. And I think there's 3 artists, and it's divided up by the artist. Oh yeah, so they got 100 things to draw with a circle, 100 things to draw with a triangle. This isn't the ones I was thinking. But anyway, 3 different artists contributed to this book. And I think it's broke up by artists too. So I'm just going to flip just so you can kind of see I'm flipping it this way because the light. Insect, flower, birds on you have, is that the one you have, Lynn? But look, guys, I mean, this reminds me of my old clip art books back in the day, before we had, instant internet. We had clip art books, which I still have those because they're just like, I love my clip art books. And I've shown y'all those before too. So look, aren't they cute? I take a page from each section and try to draw a picture. Great idea, Faithful Mess says she takes a page from each section and try to draw a picture using each element. What a great imaginative thing to do. I make lists and just pull from lists, but have drawing from each section. That's a great idea. Oh my gosh, Faithful. So inspiring. Poppies, hollyhocks, marigolds. Look. And see, they're not much, they're just some line art, not, you could get color books. We have tons of color books, like that tattoo color book that I have with all the tattoos. Cut those out and use them in your art journal. Now, I wouldn't want to cut this book up. I would want to draw them, But, I cut up other, color books of designs like this. There's tons of color books out there with just designs. And you can cut them out, color them, use them in your art journals. Hey, Mr. Q, how you doing, girl? After the show last week, I thought, oh, maybe Mr. Q didn't want me talking about her family. I hope that was okay. I hope you didn't mind. I got to thinking about it afterward, and I thought, maybe I shouldn't have been talking about her family. It might be, I don't want to make you sad. I had so much fun going through books. Yeah, I know, right, Pamela? Yeah, I mean, I hope y'all are writing down. Okay, you didn't mind. Okay, thanks. Thank you. Just flipping through here, guys. Just look. I mean, and you can find a lot of this online. Go Google image bug line art, or just bugs, and go draw. If bugs don't creep you out, and go look at the bugs. Go look at the snails, and just do some line art, or draw it in light pencil and do the watercolor like we're going to do today. I want y'all to do stuff. And hopefully y'all are doing stuff while you're watching other streamers. You need to be. Hopefully. Hopefully you're working when you're watching other streamers or videos or TV or Netflix. So I just want to kind of flip. This is a big one. This has got, lots of things in there. So it's 20 ways to draw everything. 135 nature themes. And it's 3 different. Lisa Cogden, which I just saw a little Facebook profile on her the other day. Julia Kuo and Eloise Renouf or Renouf. It's got otters. So I don't know if they have let me see if they have a subject index here. Yeah, I'd have to go back just to animals. Here, there's walruses. Let me see if I can find otters again for you. Ah, there they are. There's your otters. There's otters, Vanessa. Here, I'll show you my version of an otter. Hang on. Let me find it. Going through my posters. And Miss Lisa Scott, y'all know Lisa, our one in our group, she named this for me. This was on the cover of a digital magazine a couple years ago, and she named it Space Ottersea. Sorry guys for the flash out, but anyway, there's my otter, and instead of holding one of the shells, he's holding a clock. Putting all these on your wish list. They're so cute, aren't they? So anyway, all right, then a couple more here. This one is a book of flow, a book that takes its time, and Unheard Adventure in Creative Mindfulness. And this one's not just about drawing, it's about writing. It's about a lot of different things. And again, it's a flow book, so they're not cheap. I think I got this one at Barnes & Noble. And they always have, look, there's a little vellum envelope of tags. Look, see, I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together, Faithful. Look, there's one of their banners. I don't know why. But anyway, so they have cards, and then this one's got poetry pictures. I don't remember what's in this one. And they have these little gummy dots so that you can stick them back in. Let's see what's in this. Poetry pictures. I don't remember this. Oh, they're little stickers or something. So, just little things like this. That's why their books are so expensive. The pull-outs, the punch-outs, the inserts, the inclusives, that's why. But anyway, it's all about, being mindful, lots of articles. And then Flow does have their book of papers that have no articles. It's about this size, but they're not hardback. But it's about this size, and it's all just paper. And they come out a couple times a year. This one's now 16 on Amazon. That is a good deal. That's a good deal on this book. 16. Being somewhere is more important than getting somewhere. And then, just stickers. Like these are stickers. These are round stickers. All kinds of papers. Little brush lettering things. You can do it. About happiness, your health, eating well. I mean, it's just a little everything. Then there's a little 30-day workbook for 30 days of writing and thinking. So it's got these little books in there, booklets. I usually pull these all out of my Flow magazines. Here's another. It's a big. You're supposed to map your life or your day or your world. I forgot. Anyway, you're making a collage. They give you little collage bits, little pieces of stuff you can use to make a map of your life. Hi, Andrea. Anybody else I missed? Just take one photo. A lot of it talks about getting offline. All kinds of cards, postcards. Tons and tons of that kind of stuff. Getting offline. There's some soup recipes. Another fold out here. Oh, this is the map one. Mapping your week or day or whatever. And it's got little, this kind of stuff is what makes the Flow books expensive, right? If this one's $16, that's a steal, guys, really. And all kind of little lettering practice. It's just mindful stuff, right? There's another little book, The Joy of One Thing at a Time notebook. Little prompts for you to write, little one thing at a time. So this isn't really a drawing art book, but it's that kind of inspiring eye candy book. So I wanted to share that one. Couple more here. I'll just show you this one real quick because I have it here, the Street Sketchbook. There's a second one as well. These are big Mama Jamba books. I mean, they're heavy, hefty books. And what they are is sketchbooks. This is the first volume. There's a second one. I don't have the second one. And I do have to kind of be a little careful because there might be a little nudity and stuff. I want to be cautious of that. Not that I think there's anything wrong with it, art, drawing the body and stuff, but I try to keep this very family friendly here. So anyway, but it's street artists and their sketchbooks. So I'll just kind of try to peek ahead. So they just show different artists' sketchbooks, like see all their sketchbooks, and then it shows their street art. And I mean, oh my gosh, this is awesome. It's a big book full of eye candy, ideas, sketches. You see what I'm talking about? Isn't that awesome, guys? So if you like sketchbooks, I would highly recommend this one, Street Sketchbook. Okay, now to 3 more books. And these are some little watercolor books. I think I got 2 of these for my birthday. I bought myself for my birthday when, y'all sent me Amazon gift cards. And, they're for the show too. One of these days we'll get to some of them. It's out of print, used only. Oh, okay, Terry. All right. Yeah, let me see what year that was. It's a Chronicle book. Anything by Chronicle Books is good. This was 2000, what is it? 2007. And then I guess the next one I think was 2009 or 10. Came out a few years later. 2007. And then the other one that I've shown y'all here, Street Art Doodle Book. this one, and this one I got at the High Museum in Atlanta. It's called Street Art Doodle Book compiled by Dave the Chimp, and it's again a bunch of street artists that compiled their line art. And so all the color you see is where I've colored in it. There's no coloring in this one. I did all this, all the coloring bits, but it's another fun, awesome book, right? Look at this. And Cam and I, when we were at the museum, when we found this, we both immediately like gravitated to the book. We looked at each other like, I want it. No, I want it. No, I want it. No, I want it. So there was two of them. So we both got one. I think they're about $20. And it's kind of like a newsprint type paper. And so we both bought one. We both got one of these. So yeah, this is where I've colored on it. Hi, Sandra. We were talking about your show and all the goodies you got. I'm going to have to go over there and watch it. And we linked your shop too. So hopefully, people will go, say I colored these here. Anyway, this is another eye candy. You can use it as a color book, but it's inspiration. You can get ideas from it and then make them your own. I mean, just the idea of any of the pages can make your imagination go its own way. But you don't, most people go, oh yeah, that's nice. I think that would be XYZ would be nice, and they never write it down. Never do anything with it. You gotta do something with it. Okay. All right. So these three books, Watercolor Fairy Art. I think when I got this one, or maybe Eileen had already bought them, but and Xandra too. There's like three of these books in the series. Xandra, am I right? Is there three of these, or Eileen? I just have this one, but I believe there's three. Is it that one, or no? It's this one. I think it's this one that there's three in the series. Thanks, Eileen. Yeah, y'all grab Xandra's link. I think it's this one that there's three of. This one's Dreamscapes. Let me see in the back. There's Enchanting Fairies. What? I don't remember. It's been a while. But anyway, so yeah. So I pulled out these three for like watercolor and fantasy art ideas, just to let y'all know what's out there, And I'm going to flip backwards because it blocks the sunlight, because the sun's over here. So this will block the sunlight from flashing it out. So it has different step outs, different, so if you just want to practice your drawing, practice your shading, different painting techniques, that's what these books are made for you to practice. Clothing and movement, robes, body types. So if y'all don't anybody say, oh, I can't draw. I can't think of anything to draw. La. But I think Xandra got this one for the mermaids. See, Xandra loves her mermaids. And here's skin tones, gems and jewelry. My favorite mermaid was the one, well, not that I drew, but that I colored, was the one in, was it Jasmine Beckett's no, it wasn't a mermaid book. It was, she didn't have I don't have a mermaid book. It was in one of her books. My mermaid girl with the glitter on her tail. That's, I think, my favorite mermaid. Okay, so just so y'all can kind of see. And this one, I think this is where we did a project off. I think maybe, did we draw something? I don't know. Did we draw something for Xandra? Different kind of wings, some hands, fairy hands, emphasizing small little fairies. And there's different types, the fairy family. You got your little tiny fairy, the child size, the adult, and the royal, suggested for royalty. I think we drew that one day. Okay, so anyway, that's the Dreamscapes. And again, these are on Amazon, or were. Watercolor Fairy Art. Now, I think I got this one at Books A Million on clearance, I think. Let me go the other way so that there's no sun. again, drawing exercises, and you don't even need a book. I love me art books. I love. I'll turn my camera around. I'll show you my art books. Now these are not every art book because I have one, two, three. I got 6 shelves of art books downstairs, art books and magazines in my library. But I try to keep as many of them up here as I can for us and for reference and for inspiration. But yeah. So just different little things like this. Like here's accessories, um, different types of hair, accessories, texture and patterns, like for the clothing. I hope the light's okay. I'm trying to block the sun with the side of the book. Developing characters, different kind of animals and locations, environments. So I just want to show y'all what's out there, in case you don't know, poses. So that one's called Watercolor Fairy Art, How to Bring Your Fairy Realm Art to Life. So, yeah. And then this one's Fantasy Art Drawing Skills. All the art techniques, demonstration, and shortcuts you need to master fantasy art. Okay, so I'm going to flip through. I mean, and this is more very detailed, see what I'm talking about? This reminds me of James Christensen. You'll know that book I've shown. He just passed away a couple years ago, I think. Robots, just all different environments, concepts, characters. I love me some James Christensen. Different body shapes and body types and trolls and, all different kinds. Some scary anatomy, trees, different. So anyway, just want y'all to see what's out there. Different environments, where to get ideas, your tools. So that's fantasy art drawing skills. And then speaking of a fantasy artist, let me find my James Christensen. And that last couple of times I've shown this book, my chat, come back, chat. I got to click on my line. And by the way, guys, if you're a streamer and you lose your chat, more than likely than not, what's happened is you've gone to adjust a setting or something, and you did not click back. Hey, Paula, you didn't click back on your chat line, and that locks in your chat. So you have to go back and click your personal chat line to lock in your chat. So we'll show this one, then we'll do a couple of little cards maybe. Hope you're doing good to see you, Paula. Card chick. I'm sure I'm missing Kia. I'm sure I'm missing some people coming in. Hey, fairy there. We're just talking about drawing fairies. Okay, so the last couple of times we've shown this, I think everybody's gone to Amazon and bought it out. And of course, he's passed away. I don't know, maybe it's been a couple, 2-3 years. The Art of James Christensen, A Journey of the Imagination. Cam and I love this book. And I say Cam because when we did my mural room, he was probably 3 when I first started doing the mural room. And I would let him pick out any characters out of here, and I would paint them on the wall. So I have a whole room next door that have James Christensen murals all over it. And I have let me go get the one little painting. So I have a whole room full of James Christensen murals because I love him so much. Oh, you found the book? Is it on Amazon? Yeah, I know, Eileen. I'm not sure when he passed away exactly, but so here's a canvas that I did. This is I did an acrylic. Well, this wants to flash out. Sorry, guys. And it's kind of too big to fit under here, but this is so this is the kind of stuff that he does, and I'd have a whole room of his stuff next door, but I will show, I'll show a little bit of this book. Let me see. And then we'll go to our watercolors. You like my mural room, Julie? Yeah, I've done a tour of it before. I've shown some pictures. I cannot draw, but now I want to try. Well, Katrina, start with just little things that don't necessarily have to be perfect. Like, you know, the things we're looking in here. Look. All right, look at this. Look at that horse. That horse is nowhere near like in correct proportion and realistic. You can draw these kind of things. Look at these people. Look. And that's why I'm showing y'all these books, to inspire you, to show you don't have to, you know, do realistic portraits like I do. You don't have to do that. You can do stuff like this. Okay? And we're going to do a couple out of these here in a minute. Let me move all this out and make my stacks. But I love his sense of humor. He has an awesome sense of humor. When did this come out? I remember I bought it like the week it came out at the bookstores. Where's the page? Here we go. Okay. 1994. So this book came out, and I think it's out in paperback now. This is the hardcover. You know, this is the nice cloth hardcover edition. But I'm pretty sure it's out in paperback, or I should say soft cover. Can I? Yeah, I know the stories in this book. I know I've read some of this before, but I think I'm going to take a minute. Okay, so let me just read the contents, because isn't he awesome, Eileen? It's just awesome. It got dark again. Hang on, guys. So it has its introduction, setting sail, why knots, what knots, and square knots. Cerebral navigation, history, mystery, and everyday life. On watch, common muse and personal views. Lighter fare, puns, parodies, and alliterations. Fellow travelers, passengers, pilgrims, and poop decks. On course, proven paths and different tacks. The artist, and then a list of the different plates that are in the book. He talks about, well, I guess I could read the intro. I'll read the intro, and then I'll just show everything else. The hardcover only, and it's $33.95 on Amazon. It's probably a secondary seller. Well, I'm sure it is. So let me get a sip of juice here, and I'll read. Your train arrives at the station. You step onto the platform, carrying a briefcase and a duffel bag. The train swims into motion again, transforming into a school of salmon. Something lurches in your hands. The briefcase has grown turtle legs, and the duffel bag has become a badger. Two short men with boat-shaped hats argue in Latin, their bobbing heads tossing the boats as if in a storm. A woman glides toward you on a gossamer wings. She curtsies, raises her wand in a fine flourish, and touches you with a whiff of stardust. I should probably, my microphone's over there. The sign on the building says, Imagination Station. That dapper fellow with the impish grin is your tour guide. My name is James Christensen, he says. Welcome to a place just left of reality. Is this a dream world of yours? You may never know for certain, because Mr. Christensen has a remarkable gift for provoking each of us to daydream. Looking at his pictures invites us to board the train. Yet each of us disembarks at our own hometown. He leads us into the enchanted corridors of our collective unconscious. The symbols and images reside deep in all of us, familiar but forgotten, like the faces of the king, queen, and jack on an old deck of cards. I first became acquainted with James Christensen and his work in the 1983 World Science Fiction Convention in Baltimore. Inside the gray exhibition hall, hanging from industrial pegboards, little paintings of elves and dwarves and fairies were attracting a crowd of enthusiastic fans, me among them. Somehow the artwork seemed to dispel the drabness of the convention hall and to fill the air with the aroma of clover, pine, and moss. In 1985, Christensen's work began to appear as limited edition fine art prints. The community of fantasy artists celebrated the fact that one from our midst was establishing a new trail into the world of galleries and fine art. In the decades since then, his fans have grown to include a wide-ranging and loyal family of people who have taken his tour into the wonderland of myth and magic. And then it goes on to describing him as the artist. His different things, pen and ink, and see what one of the, it's like his sketchbook. This is like what we would see of sketchbooks of artists now. This is like his sketchbook. Yeah, thanks. Eileen posted a link to some of his art. But his sense of humor, he has like a dry wit, and he's just like, oh. Okay, so that was written by who did the James Gurney. Okay, James Gurney he's the one that does Dinotopia. I'm pretty sure Dinotopia. And I have his books too. Okay, so like setting sail, what knots, and square knots. I'll just kind of read a little bit because it's just awesome. Are y'all enjoying this? I don't know. We'll draw here in a minute. Here he's talking about when he first his life when he started going directions of art. Yeah, this is too long. I'd love to sit and read the whole book. I really would. What is most important is to bring yourself to the art. If you appreciate the paintings just from a design sense, enjoying the color and patterns and shape, that's great. If the humor and whimsy capture your attention, wonderful. And if you become involved in the image, returning again and again to look, to ponder, to participate, to challenge the known solutions, to make connections, to recharge your own creativity, that's really what a journey of the imagination is all about. So that was that last paragraph there. So, and he reminds me of like the old world, like Vermeer and old world, old school artist and their symbolism. And I don't know, at reality, take a left. So this right here, I have painted in my mural room. It is floor to ceiling. Well, it does have a wall underneath with water, but this is probably, anytime people come over, I try to get them to stand in front of this and take a picture. So this is in the mural room, ginormous, like, I don't know, 5 feet by 5 feet or something. So here's the carpetbag man. I'll try to remember which ones I have painted in there. But look at all his little pen and ink drawings. See all his little sketches? They're all through the book. All his little sketches and doodles. And see, it's got the word, the words across there. And they're just, I don't know, forest fishermen. I'll show you some of my favorites as I come to them. Yes, except not as dark, Louise. Hieronymus Bosch, yes, except not as dark. His are funny with the symbolism. Cerebral navigation, history, mystery, and everyday life. And I'll just, I mean, I've read the book, but you know, and I've read a lot of it here. But like, here's like the panels, you know. This is painted from floor to ceiling in my room. The dog over the moon. Isn't it awesome, guys? Do you think he used gouache? No, it's not digital. This was before digital. He was painting in the probably in the 70s and 80s. Now what he did with, if he made prints using digi or whatever, I don't know. But he painted these. I mean, this book is from what did I say it was? 94. The book's from 94. I've seen him pictures of him in his studio in front of canvases. So I can't say he never did anything, digi. I don't know. Later in his life, and I think he talks about it somewhere in here, but I don't remember now. And see, look how old world. It's like, you know, see what I'm talking about? Look at that lace and everything. And there's just little vignettes about the piece on each one. Are y'all able to see, I hope? I would probably say that they're probably in oil, but I don't know for sure. Maybe, I don't know. I've read it somewhere, but I don't remember anymore. On Watch, Common Muse and Personal Views. Okay, you can see. All right, yeah. Actors, aristocrats, and bureaucrats. The costumes are vaguely Elizabethan, bedecked, bedizened, and bejeweled until the characters seem nearly immobilized by their clothing. The idea that pride and pretense, vanity and self-importance are assumed in layers of decoration. I love costumes, said Christensen. I love the idea of clothing, layers, gold thread and glitz, but not contemporary glitz. I lean upon the Elizabethan period where the characters are dressed to symbolize their importance. The more aristocratic or bureaucratic a person is, the more stuff he has on. The glitz and glitter are visual clues to the characters. Like actors' costumes, their clothing reveal their place, their role in the play. I have a great affinity for actors because they're doing what I'm doing, creating a world of illusion. My little characters are living a part. They're on a stage with their own reality, and they're trying to communicate things with us. So, like, you know, but I mean, there's all kinds of symbols. If you look real close, like this guy doesn't have a shoe. You know, I mean, it all means stuff. It all means things. The burden of the responsible man. And there's also the burden of the responsible woman in here. I'll show you that. Here's the burden of the responsible man. Here's the responsible woman. She's flying. Here's an old man with a lot on his mind. A life-size portrait of a very minor official. Yeah, there's a lot of cats, yeah. And just all the little pen and ink, all the little, you know, some of these look like they could be gouache. But I'm thinking that some of these more finished, they're probably oils, but maybe they're acrylic. I don't know. I don't remember. Sometimes the spirit touches us through our weakness. He has a lot of hunchbacks. Which are also symbolic. There's another fish act. That's what it's called. An old fish wizard. 7 symbols. Here he's got his little hunchback with 7 symbols. And then this one is the burden of the common man. I mean, you could just sit and just stare at each one and read it and see what he's talking about and just think about it. The butterfly fisherman. I did one kind of similar from one of his paintings, and I did the artist one. He's sitting on a hill painting. And I just did them for myself, just like the murals. You know, we ever leave this house, just have to paint them over. I don't know that anybody want to buy the house with all the murals over there. This one's called False Magic. But his techniques, he used oil. Okay, thanks, Terry. I thought these looked like oil paintings, but some of his little sketches and stuff could have been, you know, just whatever. Here's the one I did. That one right there. See all the artist painting on his little island. That's what you feel like, you know. The artist island. Oh, he said it's a self-portrait. This is self-portrait, but in attitude rather than features. The objects around the character are things I like or have in my studio. The island represents the isolation necessary for an artist to focus on his art. Here's the old scholar. I love this one with the owl. The old scholar. And it's wanting to flash out. There we go. Oh, no, this is not a book to alter. No. Light or fair, puns, parodies, and alliterations. There's some in here that are hilarious. I'll have to show you one of my favorites. Here's the bird hunters. Oh, what other? And some of these are on my wall in the other room. And I know it's kind of, there's light glare, but. Why so solemn art? Isn't it interesting that humor is accepted in theater but not in the visual arts? Where in painting and sculpture are the wonderful wit and merriment have so enriched our literary and theatrical traditions? An author can create a tale filled with wit and waggishness and yet have a serious story. Shakespeare's Henry IV names a whole bunch of them. The legitimacy of humor in plays and books is accepted, but very seldom does a comedy win the Picture of the Year award. The perception may be that humor is neither serious nor significant. Small wonder that so few artists are willing to risk having a work of art be thought lacking in depth. Yet humor belongs in art, however much daring it takes to put it there. Life may be a tragedy, but funny things will happen on the way to the mausoleum. Without humor, art is like a one-winged bird, beautiful perhaps, but asymmetrical and reduced to ragged hops instead of a sure and rhythmic flight. It's just so funny. Just so funny. Here, look at this one. Look at the title. Okay, let me show you the picture first. All right, see the picture? See what the picture is? Can y'all guess what the title is? I mean, some of y'all know because I've shown this picture before. Do you know what this one is? A man taking a leak on a tiled wall for a walk. I That's just funny. This one is painted in my room from floor to ceiling. This one right here, I painted that one in my room, in my mural room as a scholar. The fish kite, cod and codger. Hi, Jade. You've been missing book day, but I'm recording. So anyway, Voyage with a Puffin. I have her. Is it her or her? I have one of these in there in a boat in my room. I have a full boat. And then look, here's where he actually did a spaceship. He called this one Low Tech. I mean, the detail, look, he's running it off of a battery or 2 batteries. Look, 2 double A's. No, I don't know if they're what they are. But look at his, look, this is before, you know, I don't know when steampunk really became steampunk, but look at this. This is back in the, you know, 90, what did I say, 93, 94? Look at that metal. Look at, sorry guys, it wants to flash out. Look at that metal. Look at that rust. Welcome back, Connie. Gulag Archipelago and his practically world famous balancing moray reel act. Okay, Gulag Archipelago and his practically world famous balancing moray eel act. Balancing moray eel. Gulag Archipelago. Just such a great sense of humor. The Oldest Angel. I know that was a mouthful, wasn't it? I know he has a great, I mean, and there's so much humor in this. I'm not even scratching the surface. Not even scratching the surface. Proven paths and different tacks. Then he talks about his fairy tales. And look at his, here's the Pelican King. Look at the detail in those jewels. Look at the jewels. I know, it's just nice to reflect on artists that are no longer with us. Two sisters. One white. There's his little hunchback again. He talks about his hunchback in here. I don't remember where I'd read it. But. The infinite checkerboard becomes the whole earth. And here is the hunchback, the everyman, with his single tiny light. This is a study of balances and opposites, light and dark, life and death. The flower on his sleeve is life. The pin in his hat is a reminder of death. The main message is to let your own light shine. Together we light up the world. And then here's an article that I've cut out of something. Anytime I have books that, or authors, and I have the book, and there's an article written in a newspaper, magazine, whatever, I always tear them out and keep them in the book. Like this is from Books A Million. This is from 1996. So this might have been when I don't know, when did I get the book? Because I thought it was before 96, but maybe. I don't remember. I already told you I don't remember now. 94. Okay. Oh, this was advertising holiday books. So, but anyway, Books a Million. There he is, pretty young. I mean, because this was 20 years ago. So there he is, 20, and The Voyage of the Basset. So he's got a few books out. I don't remember how many. But anyway, so I keep the articles that are in magazines and books, and I keep them in the book jacket. Yeah. So again, this is The Art of James Christensen, A Journey of the Imagination, as told to Renwick St. James. Introduction by James Gurney. So yeah, it's a big, about 12 by 12 or something. Okay, so there we go. There's our little book tour. So let's go back to the ones we started with earlier and do a couple little sketches for a few minutes. Yeah, it is. It's an awesome book. Okay, so let's move my little art cards I'm working on here and let me just pull out a few of these ones I cut down. Let me get out some watercolors. I'll just use my little Jane Davenports. They're just handy. I'm not a watercolorist per se, so I don't have like the Sheehans and the what is it, the M. Grahams. I was going to say Martha Stewart Graham. The M. Graham. So these are just the little sets. They have enough colors to do this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, and Eileen's posting other books by him. Yeah, I think, when did he pass away? Did somebody Google that? Is it like a couple years ago? 2, 3? I still follow him on Facebook. I think he has like a memorial page there. Okay, so I'm just going to take my water now and do it right here. I'm going to come off to the side here and spray them all down. And just reactivate all the, spray them all down so they're all moist again. And we'll just do some little, again, now if it's just me, maybe I should just go ahead and draw it in my blue. Oh, you won't be able to see it. Okay, I'll go ahead and go with pencil. Just a regular number 2 pencil. In January 2017. Okay, Picola, for some reason I thought it was, that was farther back than that. So it's been a year and a half. Okay. All right, so let's go with this one first here, because this one I think has some cool ideas, and we started with some of these. So I'm going to probably copy them. But while you're doing it, guys, and again, I would recommend doing it on bigger paper. I'm just going to do them on these little cards just because it's like little. Let me just get one at a time. And this is just 110 cardstock weight thing. Maybe it's 90. I think it's 110. And so, like, for example, let's do this one first. Let's see. I don't know how much I can zoom in with. I know it's going to flash out some, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Let's see how good I can get it. There we go. Might need to lighten it just a little. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Is that clear? I mean, is it okay? Are we good, people? All right, so I'm just going to do a little sketch. And again, I'm not necessarily trying to copy this exactly, and you don't have to. Just this will get you started to doing something, right? I'm just going to do a little, little thing here. And then I'm not going to draw all those lines, because I'm going to draw that with a marker or a pen. But you can draw, I'll just draw these little, like, it's like a whole little flower full of stamens, right? But just like little doodles like this is so much fun. And I'm not going to have them go off the edge. I'm going to keep them confined right in this size. Rather than going like way out, I'm going to keep them like right in here. And I'll just, I can draw some of them with just the paintbrush, right? That. All right, where's that brush that I found on the floor? Cats took it. Let me get it wet. I don't know. I think this one might be. I think they chewed on it. Okay, let me get another one. That one the cats chewed on. I'm glad I don't use expensive brushes. Okay, let's go with this one. All right, so let's see here. Let me go over here with these bright colors. I'm just going to go with the brights. Oh, it's still in light, good light? Okay. So I'm just going to start with a little bit of the blue. Maybe I should come over here so you can see the colors. Do I need to brighten it up again? Let's see. Oops. So we'll do a few little doodles. There we go. It's a little out of focus, guys, because I'm like zoomed in 10 times. Okay, so I'm just going to do some of the little, a little more water. Okay, there's some black there. Hang on. Clean the brush. I want black. I want that nice blue color. I'm going to do some of these little dots. So y'all got anything going on today? Did Janet and Eileen decide what they're going to do? Okay, thanks, Lynn. It's a little fuzzy. I can see it's fuzzy, but it's not terrible. Okay, there is something on there. Okay, there we go. Just some of the other blue. So, this is very relaxing to me just to sit and piddle, as we like to say. Doodle. You're going to do watercolor flowers? Awesome. Put the link in there. I mean, you probably have, but make sure and put the link in there again. We're going to be done here pretty soon. And then maybe Janet and Eileen might want to come on early. What time is it? 11:30? Yeah, I'll be done by 12, Janet. So if y'all want to go over and watch Janet Young, she's Monkey Island Madness, but on YouTube, she's just Janet M. Young. And she and Eileen, not always, but a lot of times, Eileen's bossing her around, telling her, get out this color, get out this watercolor. Let's use this. Let's do that. And they're a hoot together. But anyway, Janet's the one that did those zines that maybe y'all can talk her into doing another zine swap or doing, just showing some how to do zine sometime. See, now this looks like a little, like hair. You got her to a T. Yeah, they're fun. They're so much fun. All right, let me clean my brush off. And I think I got something still in this brush. Maybe I didn't clean this brush well last time. I'm usually pretty good about that. Okay, so now let's water down that lime green a little. And let's just do a little lime green wash. Now this one she's got outlined in black, which we could do the black. She's got the little black stem thing there. But see, I want to keep it real watercolory looking. So I don't want to like put a wash of water on there because then it'll be really smooth and blendy like. But I want to keep it kind of like that. Not perfect. Okay. So now let's just hit that with the heat gun real quick. And now I want to take me a Sharpie pen. And she does have this one outlined in black. A lot of things she doesn't have outlined. This one she has outlined because of the stem. So I might at least do that. I might add a little extra line. Nothing says you have to have only one line. And then she's got a couple of light areas there. Let me get a bigger pen. And just, you know, it's more for fun and inspiration, right? Oh, thanks, Lynn. Yeah, don't have to copy it. Just, you know, do what you want. And then behind, she has some of the black like poking through the back, but I want to put in those red lines first, or pink. Do I want to use pink? See, now this is where I need to get out some of my pens that I bought, like, you know, some of the, like the food touch, you know, kind of pens, and this kind of thing that I never use very often. And then these are in the back, so they're going to come down, have a few more lines. But it's just fun, you know. You don't have, everything you do doesn't have to be like, oh, this is going to be framed and put in a thing, or, you know, just have some fun. This is the kind of stuff you do in your sketchbook, right? It's kind of things you add to your sketchbook. I'm just doing them on little cards just because, you know, you could add more little. Where's my brush? What did I do with it? What did I do? Did it fall on the floor? What did I do with my brush? This isn't it. That's the other one. Oh, here we go. And I think she does some, let's see, where's my pen? Go ahead and go around these little stamens. Oh, that one's not dry. Okay, so I think I'll just draw some little circles around them. Not to have them perfect, just to make them some different sizes. Let's just do that. I just want to show y'all you can play. Everything doesn't have to be, you know, a realistic portrait. If it did, I would go crazy. Just some little flower stuff like this. See? Yeah, then you can do all different kind of things. I mean, you could do like, all right, let's do a little, you could do a little checkerboard here. You could do a whole Zentangle thing. Do a whole Zentangle thing there. You could do a little, let's do a little scribbling. All right, let's do another one. Let's see what else. What else do we have marked over here? Ooh, we picked a busy one. Okay, what did I like on this? I can't remember what I liked. I liked it all, but there was something, I think, the fans maybe? Yeah, let's see. I like this one too. I just want to do that, but bigger. Oh, let's do a jellyfish. It's kind of, the card's a little small for that. I'd have to get a bigger piece of paper. Let's see. Shells, spirals, artichokes, pineapples. All right, let's do this shell. No, we'll do that. Let's do the shell before we go. I like that one too. Oh, let's do this one. Okay, where's my pencil? Okay, so I am just going to just sketch it out. I mean, I'm not going to sketch out every bit of it. I just want to kind of get it blocked in, I should say. And again, this one has pen and ink on it and line art. So I'm just going to get it to fit in the card. Once I get it to fit in the card, now I'll go back in with pen. It needs to be a little fatter, I think. Let's make it a little fatter. All right, so then take our pen. Are you having fun? Okay. We're winding down. Let's see if I can do a non-pick up the pen. I hope this pen's working well. There's a scrap paper. We'll see. Okay, so I'm just going to try to Oh, you know what I forgot? This is not a water. I don't think this is waterproof pen. I was going to do a wash over it. I should have done the wash first. We'll see what happens. We'll put a wash over it and see what happens. It's a Sharpie pen. I don't think it's waterproof. Oh, yes, I would. No, that's all right, Jean. Sleep if you need to. You had a whole weekend of, a whole weekend of travel. You probably need your sleep. Don't worry, I'll watch your show later and sleep during it tonight. All right, so I'm not trying to copy necessarily every single line. I'm just kind of getting the idea here. I'll sleep during your show, Jean. Okay. We like doing that, Jean, sleeping during each other's shows. Turnabout's fair play. That's all right. Okay, let's see a little bit more pointy stuff back here. A little thin stuff back here. Okay, so now let's see what happens if we add some water to this. Maybe, no, let's just go with the water. Let's just go with the pink. Let's come over here. And I'm thinking, even if I add the pink, maybe the ink will turn blue and we'll get that little bit of blue effect in there. If the ink moves. So let's see what happens. Does this ink gonna move? I don't remember about these Sharpie pens because I don't usually use these they're my writing pens, and that's a little bright, but that's okay. I'm gonna need to add a little bit of orange to that. I'm down here on the pink right here, and this orange will make me a salmon color, sorta. There we go, that's better. Add a little water. Because remember the last time when I told Cam in his art project, oh yeah, that's waterproof. Not the Sharpie, but another pen. I said, oh yeah, that's waterproof, and he ruined his art project and had to redo it. That cost me a light box. That one did. That one cost me a light box. Hi, Desiree. Hi, anybody else popping in? Thanks, everybody, for being here. We've got about 100, we still got 170 people hanging around. I hope y'all have had fun. I hope y'all, whoever, all the lurkers and all the people just hanging out, that you have fun. Just, today was kind of art book day. I need just some clear water almost. And just having some fun. I'll dry this and maybe put a little white Posca, a little more black, or I don't know. Oh, I smeared it there. Well, let's just smear it more. I dragged my brush over it. So we'll just do a lot of water back here, a lot of water. Oh, thanks, Tina. It's been fun. Oh, good. You've been coloring along. Good. I hope y'all been doing something, coloring, drawing, note taking, All right. So that's probably good. All right. Let me dry it. Okay, let's get a thicker Sharpie. Let's get a little thicker lines in there. Working and lurking. Working and lurking. All right. So anyway, guys, we'll have a few little white Posca dots. Probably won't be very obvious, but we'll know they're there. I'll go over to Janet's. I have to go eat first. I'm always late to the second half of the party. All right, so let's back out. Let's see. Okay, so we just do a couple of little doodles here. Can just have some fun. This one is Star Branch Spiral Fan. And we got to do some more in it and do bigger. I just wanted to play on those little cards. But we can do bigger ones. Look at that one. How fun is that? Zentangle. Zentangle, people, by Mr. Q, who's not a Mr., but, I like, that's her name she uses. It's actually MRQ. So we looked at this one today, the Stripe Pairs and Polka Dots book, and the Creative Watercolor for some ideas. And hopefully y'all will, if you don't buy these books, look stuff like this up online. You don't have to buy the books to do this kind of stuff. You can say, oh, I can't buy the books. I can't do it. Remember Raymond and his cousin? Here's his cousin's name. What? I can't do it. Remember that? I know we like to talk about the old shows. You're welcome, guys. She'll be on at 12:30. Okay, so y'all have about 45 minutes till Janet comes on. So I hope y'all enjoyed the book day. You're welcome, guys. Yeah, I like to do books at least once a month. I like to do something book related once a month. And I do want to get back into our brush lettering. So, and again, I'm still contemplating doing the new 3-ring binder with the scrapbook paper. I don't know if that'll be Wednesday. We'll see. Because I have to rearrange the studio to do a face-to-face because everything has to shift over this way, the tables and everything. So we'll see. And then I'd probably just have to sit on the floor unless I can fix some kind of some chairs or something to prop my bins of paper on to go through. I don't know. We'll see. You want to do more brush lettering? I know, Janet, we both bought all those books. We probably, between the two of us, bought 10 new books. We need to use them, right? And even our little food pens and all kinds of stuff to do our brush lettering. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day. You're welcome. You're welcome. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you around at the other streamers, and I'll be back on Wednesday, usual time. Thanks, guys. Bye.